This is an emergency transmission. Citizens of the world, please, make no mistake. The zombie apocalypse is near. Will you cower and hide, or join us and fight? We are Dezombified. So stay on point and watch your six.
Here's my story. Be 16. Be black and have family down in Alabama. They farm and own a huge amount of land in Huntsville. Uncle owns a big house and a bunch of trailers they put out in the woods for hunting or camping. Down south cousins suggest that we go out there to camp. No, I'm a city kid from Chicago, so they tease the fuck out of me. Collect food, kill a pig, and some chickens. And bring necessities to camp out for a few days. We get to the camp and it's obvious something is weird. Air has this weird electric smell like right before a storm, like ozone. We think nothing of it and unpack and go down to a little creek to swim for a few hours. All of a sudden, some older white guy and a white teenager come out of the bushes. He has a shotgun in the crook of his arm and says hello and asks us what we're doing this far back in the woods. Tell him about my uncle, who he knows, and say we're camping out. He tells us we need to be real careful out here and stick together. There was a big animal in the woods. His son, who is my age, asks if he can stay and hang out with us. He says okay. I'm going to stop green texting because the story is fairly long and the format is harder to write in. So we end up playing football. Dicking around with me, there's the white kid Tanner, 5 of my cousins, and then 4 of their friends. In total, there were 5 girls and 6 boys. We were all around 15 to 17. We ended up just dicking the day away, so we head back to the camp and pull out some stuff for a campfire, even though the trailers both had kitchenettes. Tanner says that his family's property sits up against my uncle's. He wants to run home and ask if his dad... Excuse me, guys. He wants to run home and ask his dad if he can come out camping with us. My cousin Rooster says he's going to go with him since it's going to get dark soon. One of the girls also wants to tag along. It's about 7 o'clock, and it's starting to get pretty dark. They take flashlights and take the trail towards Tan's property. The rest of us chill. We make s'mores, drink, and kiss on the girls. About 30 or 40 minutes later, there's the smell of ozone again. You could smell it over the smell of the fire we had started. This really nasty, coppery smell like right after you've had a nosebleed, and it stopped. It wasn't exactly like dried blood, but it was that nasty metallic, back of your throat smell. We immediately think that it's some kind of electrical malfunction, or someone left a hot plate on or some shit. We search the trailers and nothing is on. And we can all smell it. All of a sudden, we can hear people booking down the path towards us, and Rooster, Tan, and the girl all come running into the clearing, out of breath. They don't even break stride. They all run into the trailer, right by where the fire is. We all get stuck. We all get the fuck out of there and into the trailers. They end up calming down. Even Rooster is crying his fucking eyes out at this point. All the while, the fire is guttering lower and lower. So my other cousins say, fuck it. and are about to go outside to get the generator out of a shed between the trailers. Tanner goes, "Fuck no. Lock the front door. Ain't nobody else going outside." He's been crying too, and his eyes are bloodshot and puffy, and his pants are dirty as shit. He goes on to tell us that they went up to his house. His father said sure, he could go out camping, but to make sure they were careful on their way back, and that maybe they should take one of the hunting rifles just in case. Evidently, Tanner had seen something in their yard a few days before. One of their pigs had come up, ripped up and half-eaten. They assured it was just some big cats or coyotes, even though they don't usually fuck with live animals. He had gone upstairs and packed his stuff, and told his dad they would be okay with the rifle because coyotes avoid people. So they started walking back toward where we were camping. So Rooster finally stopped crying and shaking the girl already had, but she was just staring out the window with a dumb look on her face. He says they had gotten halfway into the woods toward the camp when they started to hear shit in the forest. It was almost pitch black by this time, so they weren't sure at first what the fuck it was. The girl says that she had heard something in the bushes right off the trail, and they all beamed their flashlights over there, and there was someone standing back in the woods in a little hollow. Rooster said they shouted at him and told him that he was scaring the fuck out of them, and what a dick he was. He says that's when he realized that the guy was facing away from them, so they kept walking, and they start smelling the nasty copper ozone smell. They say that they look off into the forest on the opposite side, and it's a dude standing in the forest, backwards slightly, closer to the path. So now they start power walking, and Tan keeps going. "I should have taken the fucking rifle." As they are telling the story, the smell of still super strong, even inside the cabin. They say that after they started walking faster, a kind of low gibbering had started coming from both sides of the woods. As they started booking it back to the trailer, the girl said she had flashed her flashlight out into the woods to the side of them and had seen something jerking itself through the woods. The gibbering just got louder and louder, and when they could see the light from our campfires, something had come out of the woods about 40 yards behind them onto the track, and they just flat out ran as hard as they could to the trailer. So we're out in the fucking woods, and we're assuming at this point it's some fucking rednecks or some shit trying to fuck with us. All of a sudden, my other cousin, Junior, starts going on about how he went to school with a native kid that was telling him about the goat man or some shit. We promptly tell him to shut the fuck up because we don't need any spooky talk right now. But he just keeps going on and on about how it's the fucking goat man and how we're in his woods and blah blah blah. Now, at the time, I had never heard of this goat man or any of that. But then a couple of years ago, the year before I graduated from college, I had a Menem for a roommate, and I ended up asking him about it. And to sum it up, it's basically a fucking man with the head of a goat, and he can shapeshift, and he gets among groups of people to terrorize them. It's also supposed to be kind of like the Wendigo, and it's bad mojo to even talk about it, and even worse if you see it. Keep in mind, I didn't know this back when I was 16. So my cousin is going, the goat man's going to get in and fucking get us. The girls are all terrified, and my cousins and I are all fucking trying to figure out if it's just some hillbillies or it's some animal. All of a sudden, the smell just goes away. Like, to this day, I haven't even experienced anything like it. Like, usually smells fade away or lessen. It just literally was there 1 second and then not the next second. So it's after an hour, making it around 9 or 10. We stopped shitting bricks enough to go back outside and stoke the fire again. We figured it was just some assholes trying to fuck with us, so we didn't go back home. Because we think if we do, they'll chase us through the woods or some crazy shit. Nothing else weird happens that night. And we stay another night, and for the main part of the night, nothing happens. At about 1 in the morning, we're outside, getting drunk and telling ghost stories. As someone is finishing some too spooky story, I don't remember what about, the smell comes back. It's so fucking strong that one of the girls literally starts vomiting. I stand up and you can actually feel how clammy the air is. I say we should get inside, and this isn't right. We should have just fucking left. We all go back inside, and we're standing around. My cousin just keeps going on how it's the goat man, and my cousin Rooster tries to shut him the fuck up. And all the while, I'm just feeling that something is wrong, and I can't figure out what the fuck it is. We end up sitting in there for a while. The smell is just as strong, and we're terrified and all huddled in this camper. We end up cooking brats for everybody because nobody wants to go outside. It's one of those packs with 4 brats. We have a total of 3 packs. I grill them up on the stove and give everybody a hot dog. I get mine. After a while, one of my cousins gets up and goes over to the pot to get another one. He starts grumbling about how I get my 2 brats and everybody else only got 1. And I look at him like he's fucking stupid. I tell him that everybody only got 1 because there were only 12 brats. If he wants more, he should open a new pack and cook some more. That's when the girl that had been out with Rooster and Tan just starts screaming, "Oh Jesus, oh Lord, get it out!" She's crying and shivering, and then it dawns on the cousin standing up. What the fuck is wrong? Me and him both glance around the room, and then I feel my heart fucking sink. I run the fuck out of the cabin, and the girls run out with us. The trailer door is banging against the side of the trailer as everybody books out of the cabin. One of my cousin's friends asks us what the fuck was wrong. I start counting us. There's only 11 now. I shit you not. My cousin verified. There had been 12 in the cabin. But being that everybody didn't really know each other well, nobody had really noticed the whole fucking time that there was an extra person. And then I realized earlier that I had kind of noticed something was off. You know how when you're just digging around or having a good time that you don't sweat the smallest shit? And you don't always keep track of certain stuff? I'm dead sure that someone else had been in the trailer with us. And that they had been there for at least a fucking day, eating with us. What makes it worse is I could figure out which one because I don't think anyone ever actually interacted with the other person, the goat man. The girl kept praying to Jesus, and we're all sitting outside. Eventually, we get big ass sticks and go back in the cabin. But there's nobody in there. We count again, and there's 11 people. We go back into the trailer and lock the door. We explain what the fuck happened, and the girl says that she realized too, and that when she was about to say something, the person sitting to her hand grabbed her leg hard and leaned over toward her and said something she couldn't understand. So we were pretty much scared as fuck as we huddled together, and I fall asleep. When I wake up, the sun is just coming up and half the people are asleep, and the other half are packing our shit up. We all want to walk back home, but like 4 people want to stay until the sun is all the way up. And some people think that we're just fucking around and still want to stay at the trailers. I just want to get the fuck out of the woods. The girl's name was Kira. The one that the goat man had touched. Anyway, I asked her if she really thinks it was something bad, and she says she just wants to go home and she doesn't want to be out in the woods alone for another night. So we decide to split up. The 4 that want to go can go, but I have to stay because I have the keys to the cabin and it's my uncle's and I have to lock up. I'm super pissed at this point because I feel like people aren't taking this shit seriously, and I definitely didn't want to be out in the woods for another night. I spend the rest of the day trying to convince the rest of the people, now 4 girls and 4 guys, to get the fuck out of Dodge. Tanner leaves with them to go get a rifle and says he's going to go and he's going to be back. So there's just 7 of us left by 4 p.m. At around 5 p.m. he hasn't made it back yet, and we're getting extremely fucking antsy. And the only reason I stopped begging them to go back was because he went to get a gun. It's about 5:30 p.m. or so, when the one cousin that did stay says that the girl Kira is outside. We all look outside, and sure enough, she's standing by the fire pit with her back to the cabin. I'm thinking to myself, if she was so fucking scared, why the hell would she come back? And then I get this nasty feeling in my gut. Keep in mind, the whole time the coppery smell has been gone. Now, I realize I can smell just a twinge of it. I say this to the rest of them and everybody. And these are the people that wanted to stay in the fucking woods after we had the goddamn goat man in our midst is laughing at me and asking if I set this up to scare them. I'm looking at them like I'm not fucking bullshitting you at all right now. I ask him, why the fuck would I play like that? So one of the girls goes outside to get Kira. She gets halfway to her and stops cold. Kira starts heaving. I don't know how the fuck to describe it. Sort of like if someone with their back turned was laughing without actually making any sound. It was this fact that made me realize there was not a fucking sound in the whole woods. It was dead silent. This was like later in September, so it was still fairly hot at the time. But it was super chilly some days too. And you could usually hear big-ass geese honking or some kind of birds or squirrels chit-chatting. So I step out the door and tell her to come back in the fucking trailer right goddamn now. She backs up into the trailer and we lock the fucking door. We pull down all the shades except one and put a guy there in a chair to watch her. She stands there for another 20 minutes or so. The guy turns to say that she's still there, and there's a huge fucking bang on the door. We all jump the fuck up and scramble around the living room for the trailer. The banging is super fucking loud. So now my cousin is holding one of the girls, and the other 2 are kinda giggling with nervous laughter, and me and the other 2 guys are shitting bricks. Then we hear Tan, he's screaming, "Let me the fuck in, stop fucking playing!" So we go over to the door and open it, and he stumbles in with a rifle. There's nobody else outside. Evidently, he had walked up to the campsite. Nothing weird happened in the forest, but he had seen a girl. Mind you, he said it was not Kira standing there. When he had gotten to the edge of the clearing, she had turned toward him with a slack-jawed look and just stared him down, slowly tracking him as he walked around the outside of the clearing towards the camp. He said it wasn't till he was almost halfway to the trailer he had realized that she was getting closer to him. She had started off by the fire, and without him even seeing her move, she had been churning, inching closer. She said he just ran the rest of the way back to the cabin thinking it would open, and when he got to the door and it was locked, he turned and it was about half the distance to the door. He looks around the room and then gets super pale. He pulls me to the side and whispers in my ear, "You know, there are only 7 of us in here, right?" I get that feeling where your stomach drops to your nuts. It had been back inside the trailer while we were sorting out who was going where. And then, when we all went outside to talk earlier in the day, it had just slipped right back in. We looked out the window, and there is nobody out there. So we recount everyone, and then basically I go over and ask everyone, how many people were here earlier? And everybody says 8. I say, well, how many are here now? They all do the count, and then realize there are only now 7 people in the cabin. So Tan had brought back a couple of boxes of ammo and his rifle. And he had told his dad that there was some kind of animal in the forest because he didn't think his dad would believe him if he said it was Goatman. He says that his cousin is supposed to be coming down in a few hours and that in the morning we can all go back to his place and his cousin will drive us home. Now I'm really fucking terrified, but at least I feel better. Because we can be American and shoot the fuck out of whatever it is if it comes back. But then my cousin gets into this huge argument with one of the girls because she thinks that I'm trying to be funny and prank them, and that she's getting really scared and that I'm not funny. He keeps telling her I'm not that kind of person, and she says, well, how do we know the girl wasn't just Tanner in a wig? Or if it's really the Goat Man? How do we know that this is the real Tanner and that Goat Man just didn't kill Tanner in the woods and take his gun? So we fucking get into a huge argument about this, where me and Tan are like, we could seriously be in danger because at the very least someone has been sneaking themselves into our fucking trailer without us knowing and mingling with us. And at worst, something bad is in the forest fucking with us. One of the girls is crying and saying she wants to go right now. And we're trying to tell her we shouldn't because none of us are walking through the woods in the middle of the night. At this point, the sun is starting to go down and it's getting a little cloudy out. We eat something and turn on the radio for a while, but we can't really get a station out there with anything decent, so we turn it off about the time that Tan's cousin shows up. He was like 19, I think. At this point, the sun is just barely over the horizon and he has one of those heavy-duty lantern flashlights and another rifle. He walks up to the trailer and we whisper to Tan, asking if he's sure that his cousin, and he says yes. The guy looks behind him and all about the camp. The guy looks behind him and all around the camp, then walks in. He kind of glances at us, at all of us, and looks a little confused. He says, "Where's your other little buddy at?" I figured she would meet up at the cabin. Is she a little slow or something? He also asked whether we had been cooking blood in the cabin, because it smelled like blood and hot pans all the way up the trail. We are all like, fucking nope. But we ask him what the fuck he's talking about with the girl he saw. He had come down the same trail Tan had been using, and he had come up on one of Yu's guy's buddies, standing in the middle of the trail, looking at him slack-jawed. He had asked her a bunch of questions, but all she did was just look at him. Then she smiled at him and said, he kept walking. She couldn't seem to keep up with him and kept lagging a little behind him. She said he asked her if she was hurt or something, and if she needed any help. But she had continued to stare. Eventually, he had been walking and turned around a bend in the trail. But when he turned around and went back to see if she was okay, the trail was empty. He'd assumed she had taken some shortcut through the woods of our trailer. We tell him the whole story of what's been going on. I half expected him to say we were full of shit, but he just listened and then sat down on the couches in the living room. Tanner's cousins get back to the girl. He says, when she had kept trying to lag him behind, it kinda weirded him the fuck out. So he tried to keep her in front of him, but no matter how slow he walked, she was always lagging a little behind. And then he smelled this nasty smell, and it got stronger as he got to the camp. Eventually it got really strong. She had said something really low that he didn't catch. And when he had turned around, she had been right the fuck up on him, and she stepped back from her. And he stepped back from her. It was at this point he asked her if she was okay, and if she wasn't, him to carry her back to the rest of the way. And she just kept staring. He said he reached out for her, as in to grab her on the shoulder. But he must have misjudged the distance because she was off to the side of where he had put his hand, like she had moved while he was looking dead at her. So at this point, we all know this shit's real, unless Tan is playing a joke, which we can't tell he's not because he's almost pissing his pants. So they load up their rifles, we eat some more, and we just kind of sit around until about 11. To this fucking day, every time I think about this, I really pray to God that it's some huge prank that my cousins played on me and just never revealed, so I wouldn't shit for the rest of my life. At round 11, the stink of copper turns into an actual nasty gross blood-like smell, like cooking blood and singed hair. Tan and his cousin Reese get the fuck up instantly and grab the rifles. There's like a half knocking, half clawing at the door, and I shit you not, there's this voice. It sounds like when you see those YouTube cats and dogs whose owners teach them how to talk. It says in this halting, weirdly toned voice, "Let me the fucking stop fucking playing." It made my fucking nuts creep up against my body. And one of the girls just starts crying and calling on Jesus. It was so fucking obviously not a person talking. It didn't have the right cadence, and that's some shit that I never realized until that moment. But all people have a certain cadence when they talk, no matter what language. All people have a certain kind of rhythm of talking. This shit didn't even have any kind of cadence or rhythm. One of those YouTube cats, that's what the fuck it sounded like outside the door. So now I'm in full on terror mode. We keep yelling outside, "Who is it? Stop fucking around, man." And it just keeps saying "in" or "let me the fuck in" for almost 15 minutes. It sounded like this, almost just not so funny. Sorry for being on a tangent, but if you can't imagine how this shit sounded, then you can't imagine how fucked up the whole situation was. So then the smell goes away for a while, and for the next hour or so, you can hear someone basically creeping around in the woods and shit. Every couple of minutes it'll come back into the door and say something. Finally, when the smell fades away, it's around 2 in the morning right now. Reese says, "Man, fuck this. and opens the door and walks outside with his rifle. He fires a shot into the air and says something to the effect of, "In the name of Jesus Christ, go away." He fires 2 more times, and then from the woods, right up against the river across from the trailer, it sounds like something is slowly gibbering and hooting. Then it starts screaming, and it sounds almost like a woman and a cat in the back screaming together. Like, I seriously have never heard any shit like that, and you can hear the brush over that way start to shake. Reese fires over into the tree line and then starts backing into the house. We lock the door, and we can hear this shit keying and screaming. Reese says something had come out of the bushes, super low to the ground and crawling toward the cabin. He had shot at it. Pretty much, that was how the rest of the night went. It was literally screaming constantly for the next 2 hours, and we could hear shit moving out in the tree line. But it never came back up to the cabin until everyone had finally fallen asleep. Tan had been sitting in the chair watching the door with his rifle. Nobody else heard or saw this, and he told me 2 days later, after the whole thing was over. He said he had been nodding off after the screaming and noises finally stopped, and he had been almost asleep when he saw someone come out of the bathroom and then lay down in the middle of the floor and go to sleep. He just assumed it was one of us, and he had nodded off. Then he said he kind of realized something was wrong, and while pretending to be sleeping, he counted us. There were 9 people in the cabin. He basically didn't want to try to shoot at the fucking thing in the cabin and have it kill us and then and there, or have Reese wake up and start shooting and then we kill ourselves. So he just stayed awake all night pretending to be asleep. He said sometimes it would stand up and kind of do this weird jittery thing or heave like it was laughing, but then it would lay back down. The story closes pretty weak because from my perspective, nothing happened. We woke up and I noticed that Tan was a little jittery and that he was avoiding looking at us all. But we ate some breakfast, packed up, and started walking to his house. He stayed last in the cabin and said he'd lock up and bring me my uncle's keys to just start walking and he'd catch up, which I really didn't want to fucking do. We got a little bit up the path, and when he came running up, basically we just jogged back to his house. His cousin took us home. There was a window in the bathroom. Tan had gone back to lock up and looked in there. We were too stupid to lock a screenless window. The window was fucking up when he went in there. I'm guessing it had been doing that all along, waiting for us to fall asleep or slip up, and then getting in among us. It walked with us all the goddamn way back to his house, and then he said it lagged to the back of the group and looked him dead in the eyes before walking into the woods. The end.
Hello, it said curiosity killed the cat, but thankfully for us, it led you to hit that join button.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Who are we? That's easy. I'm Kenny Dreadful, and my partner's Mysterio, and together we form Dezombified, scary stories and good times.
You spoke French.
As enthusiasts of the macabre and bizarre, we cover stories that are unexplainable, unimaginable, paranormal, and otherworldly, in a style that's fun and laid back, and that's catered solely for mature audiences.
Yeah, boy.
And our community is everything to us. And that's why we love to promote creators from within our own genre.
Nice.
And it's all done through interviews, shout outs, candid channel reviews, and more. But all work and no play makes Jack a very, very dull boy.
Here's Johnny.
So from time to time, we love to mix it up with hangouts, phone calls, interactive games, and even some sexy ASMR. Yeah, you like it? Well, then come get some. And joining is the gift that keeps on giving, because on top of that blissful and warm feeling you get deep down inside from becoming a Dezombified member, you'll also get with your paid subscription neat badges right next to your name, custom, criminally insane, off the charts emotes that you could use right in the chat. And on top of that, once a month you'll receive some crazy off the hook gifts that truly bang out. So on top of the information, the entertainment, we also improve your health slightly through the magic of laughter. Hey, it's a no-brainer, so why don't you become a member today, baby?
No regrets, you know what I'm saying?
Feeling trapped and alone?
Tired of being sick and tired?
Then there's a place for you.
Hidden deep in the forest by a fresh lake, nestled by snow-capped mountains, is the commune. Enjoy life surrounded by friends and nature.
A truly safe environment.
Albuquerque.
And when the sun goes down, we all get down and watch the sparks fly. Don't hesitate and send in your application today.
Open yourself for new experiences, imagery, sounds, and for me. Indulge in the best. You deserve it. I deserve it. We all deserve it at the commune. Albuquerque.
The zombified leg tacos, na na na. Crispy, crunchy, nom nom nom. The zombified leg tacos, na na na. Tasty, zesty, nom nom nom. The zombified leg tacos, oi oi oi. The zombified leg tacos. The zombified leg tacos, oi oi oi. The zombified leg tacos.
The Zombified Leg Tacos now available at the frozen food section at your local supermarkets. Go grab some today.
Yeah. Even if you don't like coffee, even if you hate coffee, you can still get a mug. Maybe you have a little hamster friend who might want to just take a nap in it. You could put your toothbrush or your toothpaste in it. You could put a Venus flytrap in it. You like smoking cigars? You could put about 10 cigars in a cup. You can eat freaking ramen out of there, cup of noodles, freaking Chef Boyardee's. You can have vodka. You can have Irish coffee. You can have anything you want out of that cup. So don't forget, check out our Teespring store. And just hit us up with a private message on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, or even on Discord saying, I want a custom one made. I made one like that for creepy clown girls. You can see in pink at the bottom, it has a Venus flytrap planted inside of it because, hey, you could do anything with a mug. You could even knock somebody out if you needed to. Might save your life. My life was saved because I have bought a Dezombified mug. Thank you, Dezombified. So do it already. Do it already. You could put an alien in the jar and in the cup.
Oh my God.
And we got other videos. Look right there to the left. It's a bunch of videos. You can watch videos for days. You could be up for like 4 days in a row. Yo, I binged on the Dezombified videos. They got 4 days of shit. My eyes are bleeding. Thank you, Dezombified.
Oh my Lord Jesus.
And then you put some freaking coffee in one of these mugs and wake the hell up. Yo, think about it. You cooking in the kitchen, you chopping up some lettuce. By mistake, you chop off your finger. You could put some ice in that cup, put your finger in that cup, and go to the ER and get that finger put back on.
Send us a picture,
be like,
though.
Thank you, the Zombified. You saved my finger. Oh, this is a thumb. My finger. Wait, no, this is a pinky. My finger. But not the middle one.
It's gone. It's
not
gone.
The middle one.
Hello.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Hope you enjoyed that story.
Yeah, guys. I think Kenny did a good job on that. I hope
Thank you, darling.
guys thought so as well.
I really appreciate that.
Tell us, is the music too loud? How is all of the audio going? You know, we always like to check it at the beginning of the stream just in case, you know, we mess up. I'm going to listen to the playback, baby, but I totally hear us.
Thank you. Just make sure you put the ladders up for me on the stream avatars, okay? Thank you so much. Anyway, this is Stereo Dread. If you're a newbie here, what we do is we give you some weird news stories, and we also give you some shout outs. We also do, you know, the scary stories readings and things like that, because that's what we're about here. We like those things, so that's what we do. Do some narration, do some news, bada bing, bada boom. Oh my God.
I am so sorry, honey. I'm always doing clumsy stuff like that.
Yeah,
Kenny likes everything perfect,
nah,
but, you know,
she's
during the live stream, you know how it is, you know?
She's a treat. She's a treat. It's just that she's a little, you know, a little not too, you know, coordinated, but she gets by. She gets by. Right now, she's trying to fix the stream avatars for you lovely people. She's trying to make the ladders and everything look proper. But in the meantime, I hope everybody's having a wonderful week so far, and I hope you have nice plans set up for your weekend. Let us know what you're going to be doing. We're going to be doing pretty much the same stuff, just hooking up our new place. We're still working on it, working on stuff for the channel, you know, dealing with family things like that, shopping, you know, just normal everyday stuff. That's what we're going to be up to. Wow, that looks interesting, whatever you just did. But it's okay. I'm not mad about it, though. It looks interesting, but you could take it off.
This is crazy.
Anyway, so, yeah, we're thinking about getting into some gaming. I'm going to be looking for some people to play some games with me sometimes when it's a multiplayer game, like, you know, Among Us. So if you would like to join me, let me know somehow on Twitter, probably is best. You can send me a DM. If you follow us on Twitter, that'd be nice. Let me go to the chat and let me see what's going on and who's up in this piece. Joker says there's some slight audio disturbance. I'm not sure if Mysterio is listening in on her end. But thanks for that update, Joker. Also says I sound loud and clear, and you sound like you're talking through an empty toilet roll. All right. Let's get you a little more gain on your mic then. Let's see. Warrior Princess Dragon Couchna says that she misses your voice, Joker. And if you join me playing some multiplayer games in the future, Joker, she'll be able to hear you even more often. She'll hear you on your channel when you're gaming, and she can hear you here when you're gaming with me. So she'll get double the Joker. How does that sound? I think it sounds good. The more Joker, the better. That's what I always say. Let me see. Hope I don't have a fracture in my wrist. I need an x-ray. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Dragon Crouchner. Jeez. Sounds painful. They were walking through the sidewalk and caught the foot on the rise part and boom, fell on their knees and their cheek and hit the sidewalk. Oh gosh, that sounds brutal. Jeez. Oof. Rick Brab does not have the weekend off. Does not have a day off until Monday. I'm sorry to hear that, Rick. You gotta make the best of it, though. You can have us with you if you're working now. We'll keep you company. Definitely keep you company. Joker says, yes, damn right. Can't get enough of me. Nice. No, Joker would probably play with me. Sock Goblin, whenever, because I'm gonna be probably gaming, hopefully soon. Probably here or on Twitch or both. And, you know, I'm gonna need people to play. Can't be playing by myself. Or can I? Can I? Yeah, I'm not sure. You know I can. So naughty. Let me see. Still waiting for Mr. Herder to work this magic so we could get onto our weird news part of the show. She told me she found some interesting news for us to go over. And I'm all for it. I just love, you know, looking at all those strange news stories because it's like, wow. Some of them is like kind of hard to believe. Others are like believable, but like happy, makes you happy. Some make you sad, some make you angry, right? These stories, man, I tell you, they bring out a bunch of emotions in you.
I'm looking for that. I'm hoping. Oh, yes, we did. Okay, good. I'm glad that we saved them on bookmarks because that's what I was worried about.
Well, you should have asked me, dear. I would have told you. I put them on bookmarks. You know, she's under a lot of stress. Mm-hmm. She's taking on a lot of things. Not only is she helping me with this, she's also doing some gardening. She's picked up some gardening, guys, and it's been like the past 2 weeks has been looking at gardening videos, researching gardening paraphernalia, buying said and hooking up said paraphernalia. So it's been a busy couple of weeks with this Johnny Appleseed thing she's got going on. You know, I'm gonna be her Paul Bunyan. You know?
That's funny.
That's right. Let's see. So I think she's ready to go. I see she got a story up and running. So Miss Stereo, I'm gonna let you say the first story, being that I've been running my mouth since the live stream started.
Aw. Well, I thank you, I guess. Well, let's
Holy snaps, I just saw this.
What?
Well, first, I gotta do it right. Okay, so I want to say thank you so very, very much to our good friend, Puerto Rican Showcasing. He's in his house, and guess what he did? He donated to us, that's right. Guess how much? 25 brain stems.
Girl.
Nice.
That's right.
Thank you so very much. Really appreciate that from you, Jose.
Hey. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it.
We appreciate not only that, but when you show up, when you shout us out on Twitter is nice, and when you talk to the friends and y'all mingle, and we just love all the interactions between, you know, because we've been doing this since like 2019. And so much has happened on our show. Like, people have literally hooked up and met and become, you know, people. It happens here. It's like a meeting social ground. So I like that. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So
I think that's pretty cool. You know, the fact that we just come here and what we do here is we hang out with peoples. Mm-hmm. You know, with some of our peoples, and that's pretty cool. You know, YouTube has innovated a new way of employment by doing things like this. So I think that's me giving to Caesar what is Caesar's. if I ever have something nice to say, that's what I'll say.
So this is interesting. Sock Goblin says, I play the Hunter Call of the Wild if we're willing to play.
What is that?
Well, we have to look into it. I'm pretty sure it's a good game if Sock Goblin's playing it. I haven't heard of it. Is it a survival game? Let us know in the chat. Let me see. So I think it's about that time where, I know, Rick, we heard about DMX passing. I think we're going to talk about that. So bring it back up in a little bit. I see Jeannie Lindquist. She's in the house. I'm going to start doing the hellos.
Yes, please.
Why don't you help me out with that, Mysterio?
Okay.
Help me out with the hellos here.
All right.
Right? You let me know who's up in this piece, and I'll do my thing. I'll do my thing, greeting all our friends. You know how I do.
Yes.
So go ahead, sweetie. Who's first?
Well, let's see. I'm going to look over here because it tells you. Do you know that YouTube tells you when there's people? Like how many people exactly are in the chat, their names and all that stuff?
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't. So.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
And I don't want to miss anybody.
Neither do I. That's true.
So just look through it.
Okay, I'm going to just look through it, okay?
Thank you.
Let me scroll
Appreciate
all the way.
that.
Ugh, this stuff.
I'm loving this background that we made here. I think it's amazing. But then, I don't want to suck my own dick. I think it's great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, here we go. Mama's here.
Mama. You know who Mama is. She's Josie Kitty's mother. She's a great lady. Thank you for being here, hon. I really appreciate that.
I see. You're in his house.
Nice.
Yes, we also have here Warrior Princess Dragon Couchner. Hello, Princess.
Warrior Princess Dragon Couchner.
I see. You're in his house. His house.
Dope. Thanks for being here, Warrior. Hope you feel better.
Rick Brab is here with us as well.
Rick Brab.
I see. You're in his house. His house.
Awesome.
Joker's Demise is here, baby.
Ooh, I got a special one for the Joker. Hey, Joker, I told you to stay the fuck out of Gotham.
I see. You're in his house. His house.
Nice.
Also here with us today is Sock Goblin Amazing WTF.
The amazing Sock Goblin. Thank you for being here.
I see. You're in his house. His house.
Yeet.
From Awesome Land, the kingdom of far, far away of Awesome Land.
Mm-hmm.
Jeannie Lindquist is here.
Jeannie Lindquist.
I see. You're in his house. His house.
Now I'm living. Jeannie's here, so you know I'm living now. Mm-hmm. Nice.
I dream of Jeannie after all.
Who else is up in this piece? I know you're missing people.
Yes, Puerto Rican is here, of course.
Wepa!
I see. You're in his house. His house.
Ooh, nice. Do that funky chicken.
May Reed Hesketh is here. Hello and welcome.
I said do the funky chicken. Marie, welcome, lovely. It's nice to see you.
I see. You're in his house. His house. His house.
Ooh, ooh. Nice.
Josie Kitty Meow.
Hey, kitty, 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 kitty. You know who her mama is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Mama.
Yes, mama. Hey, Josie Kitty.
I see. You're in his house. His house. His house.
Oh, yeah, boy.
You thought we were gonna miss you. Well, we're not missing you. Hello, Bony Plater.
Bony
Hi.
Plater.
I see. You're in his house. His house. His house.
That's right, Bony B. Bony P's up in here. Bony P. Are we good?
Oh no. Infinite Psychosis is also here tonight. Hello,
Infinite Psychosis.
I see. You're in his house. His house. His house.
You know I got my eye on you, boy.
I am still scrolling, honey. Still scrolling.
Take your time, dude. Take your time.
Oh, Realities in Perspective is here as well. Hello, Realities. Hey.
Realities in Perspective. You know, when you abbreviate that, it spells R.I.P. Welcome, Rep.
I see. You're in his house. His house. His house.
Rest in peace.
Sexy.
I am still scrolling. Dear
Do it,
goodness.
do it.
There's a lot of commenting going on here.
Yes, I like it, I like it.
I'm going
I love
down.
the
We did say
comments.
hello to. Yep. See, Joker's Demise.
I did say Joker. I gave him a...
Oh, yes, the gossip.
I'm gonna give a shout out to myself. Hey, Kenny Jeffel, baby. What's up?
I see. You're in his house. His house. His house.
Just how I like it.
Yep, I'm still scrolling. I didn't realize just how many messages I passed. I scrolled all the way to the top, but I think we're all caught up.
I wonder if I say, hey guys, should I give myself another shout out? They're gonna say yeah.
I see.
Oh, God.
You're in his house. His house. His
You just wanted to see Doja's ass. Like, I know this.
I can't help it.
Dumbass.
I'm a dirty, dirty boy. Okay, so you set it off with the stories.
Yes. I'm gonna start with this.
She's gonna start first, guys, right? And
It's a
I've been running my jibs. I need water.
Yeah, there's water right here.
I need some water.
Oh, goodness. Alrighty, so should I show it to them, the story, or just...
I have no clue
Let me see
what you want to do.
like.
In the future, what we should do is do a little blurry thing and put it in here. That'd be dope. But go ahead.
Well, we'll try. Let's see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the story. It is a UFO seen over River Valley sky.
Right.
Likely SpaceX satellite. That is the story, and I guess they're sticking to it, right?
So wait, real quick. So I gotta say, excuse me. So Puerto Rican says, "Is that how Kenny comes out of the shower, Mysterio?"
Wait, what?
He wants to know if that's how I come out the shower.
Oh, goodness. Seriously, right? Yeah, that's exactly what he looks like.
And then Joker says, "Who doesn't want to see that ass?" Facts. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, go ahead, Mysterio.
So basically, there were, people were contacting this news station, right, about a weird string of lights
Yeah.
over the River Valley area. And it looks like they were just freaking out about what exactly it may be,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
There was a guy in the video, I don't know, it kind of seemed genuine when I saw it. All right. But you guys have to decide for yourself. Here, let me, maybe I should just put it in the chat, the link to it. But what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna hide the internet window while I do that, because I don't want you guys, you know, seeing me pasting it in the live stream, you know, because that's kind of what it's gonna show. And I don't think you want to see that. But anyway,
Doing good.
so yeah,
Doing great. Keep going.
Let me read it to you. Well, it's not that much. It's just a blurb that they did here. It says the video above, video above,
Yes.
Fort Smith was taken by a viewer who reached out, but he wasn't alone. Many others reached out to our newsroom as far as Left Lower County. Video from 2019 showing a SpaceX Starlink satellites in the night sky is very similar to what the viewers have reported, and we know SpaceX just launched its 24th batch of Starlink internet satellites today in Florida. Well, that's something very interesting. Well, I guess they just want to show us some ads here, so I'm not going to show the ads playing to you guys, but the link is in the chat. You might want to check that out after the live stream. It can't.
Why?
I can't because it's showing the ad. It's like not giving me another chance, but to show the ad, you know?
Oh,
but
boy.
Since we are, in fact, speaking about UFO, might as well just, you know, go into the next story, which is also about UFOs. You know, there's a lot of people now during recent events and with everything that's been happening the past year or so, you know, I guess they're more tuned in to the supernatural and the paranormal and the whole discussion of UFOs and the possibilities that we may or may not be alone. Many people believe that it is a, you know, it's kind of like what you call an open secret right now at this point. It's anyway, but that is just the assumption, and it says that reports of UFO sightings have increased during the, you know, the time that we are supposed to be at home. You know, this whole time that we've been at home. So, and I do speak in code, and I'm sorry about that, guys. It's just the reason why I'm speaking in code is because, you know,
Joker has a question for you.
Sure, one moment.
Read that question.
Let's see. What is that question? I'm trying to. Oh, I'm sure Kenny's ass is dreadfully amazing. Thoughts, Mysterio?
Work it.
Bitch, please. Mine is better. So anyway. I'm kidding. All right. No, yes, he has a sweet ass. All right. Now.
And it's pure.
It's pure. I'm sure.
Like the white driven snow. It's pure.
It says here, with skies lacking light pollution and most nights free, New Yorkers reported nearly twice as much mysterious sightings in the last year. You know, you would think that though, right? That totally makes sense because, you know, now people have more time on their hands, and they say that New York is what, the city that never sleeps?
Yeah.
Okay, well, now they're asleep. Basically, you know. So basically now they have more time to look up, and you know, I must apologize, you guys. We do have children in the neighborhood. Our air conditioner covers are still on, so unfortunately we had to open the window for a little fresh air.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yes, get some of that night air in here because it's kind of a little.
I'm sitting here bare-chested. I'm about to take off my pants.
Ooh.
But that's a different story. But you know something? I gotta say.
What?
If you may, you know, we got somebody else that popped in the chat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do, and I'd like to say hello to them if that's okay with everybody. It is the one and only Pink Deadite.
I see.
You're in the his
Dope. Thank you for being here, Pink Deadite. Really appreciate that. I'm moving around, so if my audio sounds a little wonky, it's because I'm going back and forth. It's kind of hot.
Mm-hmm. Not as hot as you, baby.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm putting this link in the chat really quick, though, because I want people to be able to, go and read the story for themselves if they so choose to do so.
Yes.
You know? But anyway. Let's see. Baby, you want to read another one?
What?
You want to read the next one?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Silly head.
Joker says, I eat snow, so watch out, Kenny. I better watch out. I'm going to have my cuckoo.
Now listen,
on lockdown.
Do not eat the yellow snow.
Not the yellow.
Never eat the yellow snow.
Don't eat the yellow snow. Okay. That's a little public service announcement from us here at Dezombified.
Okay, read the next one, honey.
So this is, all right. Now, the Pentagon, images were leaked from their showing UFO swarms above Navy destroyer. Jeez. Amazing images have been leaked from a secretive Pentagon investigation of UFOs. Task Force has been gathering evidence for a report to give to Congress due in June, including photos of videos of UFO encounters with U.S. military assets. Now, part of the report is to educate the other military and intelligence officials about the nature of this mystery. The images were gathered by the task force by investigative filmmaker Jeremy Corbell, who confirmed their authenticity. So, swarms of UFO, folks. What are we thinking about this? Encountering U.S. military assets like Navy destroyers off the southern California coast. Okay. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Like, I've always known that the universe is too wide and vast for us to be alone. So it takes me as no surprise, actually, these revelations. We're going to be sure to leave the link in the chat for you lovely folks. Mysterio, she's on it, correct? Were the links in the chat?
Yes.
You hear the lovely children playing. I love the sound of children playing because it's life. Literally, it's life, you know. They keep our species going. So their sounds of laughter is literally life, you know. Let's see. Let me continue with the story. As soon as
let me just put the link in the chat.
Yeah, as soon as she puts the link in the chat, we're going to continue. But I want to say another hello to a good friend of ours that also just popped into the chat. So, Mysterio, if you could head on over to OBS and I could take care of this really quick, so we can continue with these strange news stories. So we have someone else, my love. Can you see who it is?
Oh, it's Pink Deadeye. Hi, Pink Deadeye.
No, we said hi to Pink Deadeye already. I'm looking. Look into my eyes.
Look into your eyes. Artzilla, Aisha, hi.
Yes, it's Artzilla, Aisha. I see. You're in the Oh, yeah. Nice. Thanks for showing up, Artie. Artie's a digital artist. So if you ever need some digital art, consider checking Artzilla Aisha out right here on YouTube. Alright, so let's get back to the story of the swarms of UFO gathering over these, or did you close that story? Nope, it's still here. Okay, so we're gonna get back into it. Now the video, if you go to the follow the link, alright, was taken on deployment from the USS Russell, showing what's described as vehicles. They made a great distinction. They made a great distinction that is not something that we own, neither a black project. This is not something of a foreign military. So in other words, this is not of earthly nature. They're saying that they know of.
Because, you know, sometimes there's, you know, the story, and then which is the real story, and then you have the official story.
Yes.
Which doesn't always correlate with the real story. So
how does it go? There's always three
sides to a story. There's your side, my side, and then there's the truth.
Bingo bongo, the truth.
And that's just the way I see it.
Eventually this will all be made public, I'm pretty sure, someday in the future.
Well, I think that in the near future there's a lot of things that are going to go down. I don't think, and again, I will not believe the official story. I never will. So when they tell you up is down, it's usually up. And vice versa. If the sky is blue, double check it. That's the way I see it. But anyway, let me take off my tinfoil hat and continue here. And I'm going to be putting this next link in the chat as well, so that you guys can check it out. Right? All right. It says here, Paranormal Cirque. Oh, let me show this on the stream. These guys have to see this. You must see this. This looks like fun. And if it was near me, I would go. Paranormal Cirque, horror, Circus is bringing its macabre show back to San Antonio. So this is San Antonio. The circus is coming to town, but this promises to be unlike any circus you've ever seen. Paranormal Cirque will set up its clown castle in the Ingram Park Mall parking lot for an 11-day run beginning April 29th. Okay. Interesting. The innovative horror story for mature audiences features a storyline of both reality and illusion. Okay. Let me see here. Reality and illusion. I lost my way. Okay. Complete with monstrous creatures with hidden talents in circus arts. Ooh, that sounds interesting. The video looks pretty good too. You know, and right in the link that I provided for you in the chat, well, right in there, you can go straight to this YouTube video and see exactly what it is it's all about, you know, in case you're in that area, right? But this is adrenaline rush of performance is not for the faint of heart. A warning on its website states that the show features adult language and material. Ooh. A video shows scantily dressed performers taking part in macabre and gruesome illusions. Ooh. Oh man, and I mean it continues describing it a little bit, but I think this is pretty cool though. Like, I really would how do you call it, look into this, because I like those type of things. And you know what, this is the type of circus we would go to, right, baby?
Yeah, indeed. Definitely, I like that type of interesting, weird.
I mean, it is
stuff.
interesting and weird, and I do love it.
Did you leave the link in the chat, darling?
Yes, I did. Initially, I did. I left the link right in the chat.
Fantastic. You know what? I'm gonna jump into this DMX stuff real quick.
Oh, let's turn off
the
music.
The DMX. You know, we're gonna give him a moment of silence. If you don't know who he is, platinum selling rapper, as well as an actor, a father, a son, and a friend. So to many. So we're gonna pause a few moments of silence. Okay, so we're back now, guys. Yeah, terrible, you know, things like, he's like, I grew up on this guy, and you know, I remember just having the CDs, you know, and just listening to this stuff, and to find out he's passed on at such an early age. I mean, 50 is not that old, I don't think. 50, wow, that's not that old. I remember though, a few years back, you know, seeing a video about him on YouTube, and he was saying that he came across the devil of all things, came across the actual devil in Arizona. He said he was in an entourage. He was in a group of about 4 vehicles, okay, 4 cars, and it was like the sun was coming up, and the sun was rising. It was morning, early in the morning. They pulled over to see the sun rising, and he just was in awe of the beauty and the majesty of the sunrise that he was, you know, looking at. And he said that in Arizona, the devil approached him, and he said that, you know, he rebuked the devil, and he said that he would not want to go back to Arizona ever again. He doesn't want to fly through it, drive through it. He'd drive around Arizona if he had to get to some point. You know, that's how serious and adamant he was about this. So, and there's also videos where he's, you know, talking about, you know, what's things happening in the industry with certain, you know, personalities and the things that they're into, things that when he was at his lowest, you know, he turned to Jesus and found himself, and he's been, you know, preaching to folks about these things. So me and Mysterio, we kind of feel like, you know, maybe God, you know, God forbid, but maybe it was done to him on purpose. Maybe he didn't die like the way they said he did, you know, because maybe he was rattling too many cages, you know, out there. But who knows the real truth?
Well, it's like I said a little while ago, never believe the official story. Never, 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 never. If it's by established media or established education, established science, established anything, you don't believe it. And that's point blank period. Come on, we are dezombified after all. We never get into religion or politics, but that is in fact a fact, whether you are religious, political, or not. You know, whether you are whatever color you are, wherever you come from, whatever background you have, whatever social beliefs you have, you must believe that you can never believe the official story. It doesn't matter who it is, the teachers, the doctor, it doesn't matter, never believe it. You know, that's just the way I roll, you know. And I found that when I started living my life that way, you know, I don't know, my life just is better.
You know something? He also said something interesting about it. I think he said this on Dr. Phil interview. I also had seen that a few years back. Mm-hmm. He said when he was on Dr. Phil, he said that he made 7 albums, and he said because Dr. Phil said, oh, so you know you got some like gospel in your records. And he was like, you know, and he said, I talk to Jesus in every of my albums. There's something, you know, for Jesus in every of my albums. And then, you know, he was talking about the devil again or whatever. And then he mentioned that, like, he said, I got 7 albums. He said 4 of them are his. I don't know what that means. I guess he's saying 4 of them belong to the devil. I guess the other 3 don't. Who knows?
Well, I think that.
But he believed it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I believe that he believed every word that was coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, whether you believe in the paranormal, whether you believe in a higher power or not, you know, this is not about you or me. It's about what he says and what he thinks and he believes. Because this is right now we're talking about him. Mm-hmm. You know, DMX.
I agree. I totally agree. He was a man of faith. We are people of faith as well, even though sometimes we don't act like it. But hey, who the hell does? You know. Nowadays, we're lucky if we still just believe the way that the world is. But yeah, he was a faith-based person. And, you know, we have that in common as well. And also, you know, where we come from, we have in common. Maybe not the same exact location, but, you know, just like the same type of place. Right? We have the same type of upbringing, the same type of background, growing up in the hood, you know. I was affected by the hip-hop culture, even though I was not into it, but I was as a child and as a teenager. And I was also, you know, influenced by it to some extent, you know. There were a few hit songs that I liked. You know, that's just the way that it is. It's coming from where we come from, and not just coming from where we come from. Many people like hip-hop. But the point is that, you know, one way or the other, it has touched our lives somehow, especially if you live here in America. So, and you must know, almost everybody knows who DMX is. Somebody
made an interesting comment. They said Prodigy as well from Mobb Deep. That's another rapper I grew up with, you know, Mobb Deep. And my music taste is eclectic. I like all sorts of music, from Spanish to classical to blues to folk to rock to soft rock to punk, bluegrass. I mean, I like it all. That's just me. But you know, I grew up listening to these guys, so yeah, you know, Prodigy was speaking out about the Illuminati and everything, and look where he's at now. Mysterio said, listen, you know, these happen in 3s. So I don't know if who died recently, but there might be 2 more
that I heard of recently. I just, for the life of, okay, Prince something from over there. From I think the royal family. Somebody from the royal family just died recently.
I mean, he was a trailblazer. This Earl Simmons, that's his real name, Earl Simmons. He was a trailblazer because I think he was the first rapper, or maybe even artist, I'm not sure, but the first rapper to have multiple platinum albums in the same year. So he had 2 platinum albums in the same year, which is kind of intense and crazy. It's amazing, you know, the things that he accomplished, and with such success, doors open to you and places, and some of these things you might not like what you see. And I'm an adamant believer that whenever you see someone who's famous and rich completely lose their shit, I believe is because they can't continue living on with the horrors that they've witnessed behind closed doors. I don't want to get into the said horrors, but that's something better left for a Discord conversation someday. Or but the things that he has witnessed probably shook him and broke him, and he was like, I'm done, I don't need this. He said as much too. He said, I didn't want any more of that because I didn't want to lose who I was. He didn't want to lose who he was. He said a lot of people, when they become famous and rich, they'll do anything to keep that fame and those riches, because and they'll be okay with anything. They'll be okay with literally anything, to do anything to stay there.
Well, basically, Britain's Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, has died. Okay, so that's from the royal family. Okay,
well then I guess that's two. That's two. No, we need it's probably gonna be one more. Sad.
Yeah.
Sad. I got a joke. Why does Snoop Dogg use an umbrella?
I don't know. Why does Snoop Dogg use an umbrella?
For drizzle, my nizzle.
Oh.
For drizzle. For drizzle.
Well, all right.
All right, so go ahead, Mysterio. Go to the next story. I think we've spent enough time on this sad story of Earl Simmons, a.k.a. DMX. I'll try to do a dog bark. Oh my God, that was terrible.
Your dog is thirsty, baby. You need some water.
Yeah, I do need water. That was terrible.
Yes, it was. Okay,
let's leave that to DMX.
That's right.
That's his thing.
One of the greatest.
That's his thing.
All right, boo-boos. Okay, here we go. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay.
He made one of those videos in our neighborhood.
Oh, that's right. Where we used to live, where we grew up in Harlem.
Yeah. I think it was X gonna give it to you. I think that.
Shit.
Or y'all gonna one of those two. It's one of his two major ones.
Okay.
But go ahead. Right. What's next, babe? What you
got? It says here. This is the
final story. Go ahead.
Why will no one talk about the hauntings of Brent Creek near Flushing, Michigan? And this is a really long one, honey.
Okay.
So.
Jeez. Is this a story?
This is a news
story. What is
this? Okay, it says Brent Creek runs through Flushing Township, a suburb of Flint. So I'm assuming that's Flint, Michigan.
Yes.
I think I know why they're not talking about the story, but let me continue.
Yes.
Before flowing into the Flint River, it's the woods around the creek that have some terrified. After hearing the sounds of children in the forest, but knowing no child is near. Or is there?
Talking to your mic, babe. Talking to your mic.
The question was raised on the Michigan Paranormal Encounters Facebook group. Anyone hear any spooky stories about the wooded areas around Brent Creek in the Flushing Montrose area? Specifically hearing a child's laugh, but no sign of actual children anywhere. End quote. The topic piqued some interest, The topic piqued some interest, but no real answers. Cryptically, one of the replies suggested on YouTube search, but little of value was found. Perhaps the answer they were leaning towards was the sound of animals in the forest that can be mistaken for screams of a child. Video from Oregon may fall into this category. The unnerving sounds are clear around the 1 minute mark of the video. Commenters were quick to rule out animal sounds. I lived in Nevada around coyotes, and this is not a coyote. That's a human, and one of the scariest sounds I have ever heard. You're right. Those seem laughter and not coyote verses. End quote. That's somebody, I guess, in the chat. The top 5 series also shares several unexplained sounds in the woods, with these 5 to listen for. Quote. 2017, Whitset Sounds. 4, Whispers of Yellowstone. 3, 2016, Rhode Island Sounds. 2, 2014, Screaming in the Woods at Night. 1, The Sierra Camp Mysteries. All right. So, I mean, this looks like this goes back a ways, I think. Oops. Sorry about that. Back in Michigan, Brent Creek rises just out of Pearson Road, and it's not more than a small ditch. It travels north through Flushing Township and empties into the Flint River, just north of Seymour Road. The outfloor area is near the Flushing Township Nature Park. It is odd that there are no stories of unnerving sounds of children from the woods around Brent Creek. It certainly doesn't make the list of more haunted places region like the Fenton Hotel and the Crack the Whip statue at the Rivers and Sunset Hills Cemetery. We'll have to leave this legend be for now. There just isn't enough evidence or folklore surrounding the unexplained sounds of children in the Brent Creek woods.
Okay, that's creepy.
Uh-huh.
That is strange.
Huh.
Where do you think those sounds are emanating from?
I
What do
don't
you think is
know,
causing
but
these sounds?
I will tell you this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
These are code words that pique my interest.
Okay. Code
Okay.
words.
Children.
Children.
Woods.
Woods.
Why is nobody talking about it? And that is all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave the rest to y'all imagination. Maybe at some point in the near future, we'll discuss these things in the conspiracy section of Dezombified Discord.
Mm-hmm.
But that is all I'm going to say.
So, in entertainment, tonight there's going to be a new episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. The final 4 will be whittled down to 3. Anybody's watching? I like Got Mick to win it all.
Girl.
And if not Got Mick, I gotta say Simone is a strong contender. But Candy Muse and Rose, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure.
I don't know. I mean, I like Gottmik. You know, they are very interesting. They are a phenomenon, in my opinion. I think that Gottmik is an enigma within an enigma within RuPaul Drag Race.
Speaking of good friends.
Okay.
Nobody said that. Nobody said anything about good friends. I'm just trying to make a segue into something here. Guess somebody else just dropped in the chat. Guess who it is? Give a look. Give a look. See.
Okay, let me go.
You can do it. You can do it.
See.
Come on.
Hold on, I'm gonna look. I'm waiting for this phone to turn around because you know how sometimes you get your phone right.
I'm gonna tell you.
And you turn it around and it just doesn't rotate. I hate that.
It's one of the last entries. You'll see it. It's Pam Smith.
Hi, Pam. Hello. Good to see you.
I see you. You're in the Well, alrighty then.
We got some extra sound effects.
That. What the hell was that sound?
It's outside. It looks like one of the kids probably rigged their bike to sound like it was, you know, like a motor type of thing.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes in the bicycle, back in the hood, people used to just take plastic bottles and crush them up and put it in between their tires on their bicycle so it could sound like a motor. Well, I think that's what somebody did back here. Yeah, the kids used to. I mean, come on, you know you gotta live in the hood.
I gotta say though, Sock Goblin says there's nothing sweet as a child's laughter. The only problem is except when you're home alone and it's late at night and you don't have any kids.
Yo, then that's not sweet and comforting.
No,
then
it's not.
I will be like pleading the blood of Jesus.
I'm gonna be thinking it's the black-eyed kids come to finally get us. You know, you gotta watch out for those black-eyed kids. We're doing good, Pam.
Shameless plug. We do have a Black Eyed Kids
video.
mini documentary video. Not 100% based on fact, just stories from around the internet that we heard. A little collection of little testimonials, and one of them we just dramatized. You should go check it out. You know?
I've been having a good week. Hanging out, checking out a lot of my friends' video content, watching a lot of videos and leaving a lot of comments. I'm going to give a huge shout out to everybody who dropped a video this past week, actually. Let me see if I could Give a few shout outs to some of our friends that did drop videos. Let me go over here right quick.
Okay.
But I was hanging out in Mr. Creepypasta's live stream a lot this week, chilling and having a good time. I'm the champion over there. I beat Hell's Outcast, if anybody knows who Hell's Outcast is. Yeah, and I did the big boys only, what's that, challenge, and won like 50,000 bones. That was pretty cool. But anyway, so I want to say Gothic Rose, she premiered a video tonight. Check her out. Christina and Son Ghost Squad is premiering in a little bit tonight as well. Check them out. Let's see. Missing Persons Mysteries uploaded The Missing 411 and The Faith Theory. Check that out. Who else dropped a video? Slumber Reed, Bad Vibes. Now I'm just gonna ramble off some names. The Dark Somnium, Swamp Dweller, A Vid of 22, Cleaning Thought from Bones, Spooky Boo. I mean, so many people dropped videos this week. Silver Threads. A lot of people, man. So be sure to check our friends out. Bathsheba.
Oh, and did you see your
Arthur Morbid? What?
New puppies? He has some new puppies.
Facts.
US.
Yes.
How do you say it?
They're terriers, bull terriers.
They're so
like
cute.
They're adorable.
They were feeding from their mommy, just drinking some milk. They were so cute.
Somebody news in the chat, Mysterio. Check it out. Let us know who it is.
Ooh, Fear the Great White. Hello, darling.
Bum, 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 bum. Thank you for being here, my friend.
I see you. You're in the his house. His house. His house.
Yes, my friend. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a great weekend. Sit back, relax in the chat, have yourself a beverage, and make yourself at home, my friend. I gotta get this off the screen. So, yeah, it's good to see you, my friend. What's been going on?
Yeah.
Let's see who else is up in here.
Let's
Marie is having a laugh at Sock Goblin, trying to... Marie says, I'm trying to concentrate. Because he's been cracking jokes this whole live stream.
Yes, he does that. Sock Goblin is hilarious. It's just how he is.
Joker says, I only won Big Boys game twice. Listen, I won it on my first shot. Somebody said, hey, you should try it. You're on a winning streak today.
Okay.
Dezombified, and I did it, and I won it the first try. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
That was awesome.
That was amazing. Yeah.
You know,
yes.
I have an idea, baby, before
What's
we
up?
head out. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's a crazy idea.
Tell me about it.
But...
Well, you want to play the Z-Horde anthem again?
Well, that's not what I was going to do.
You should do it.
But we have to put the credits. But
that's true.
Yeah, that's true. You know, but I do have an idea.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you want to take some calls?
I guess for a little that sounds like a good idea. I've been dying to do that. I wonder if anybody would like to call in and say hello to Mysterio and myself. It's been a while since anybody's called my damn house.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody calling my damn house. So that would be neat.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and
So
butt plugs are all fun and games until somebody gets hurt. That is right.
Right?
Just remember that.
Okay. Oh my God, you're hilarious. So this is what we're gonna do. We are going to give
yes,
the link, okay, for the meetings. We're gonna
nice.
put it in the chat.
Ooh.
And then we're gonna see who's gonna call. Okay? So you guys, when you first come on, you're just gonna hear the music.
Yes.
So don't freak out about that. Then the music is gonna go off and we're gonna say hello to you.
That's right. We're gonna say hello. We're gonna ask you how
So
you're doing.
hopefully this is
stuff
gonna
like
be
that.
cool. Let's see who's gonna call.
You know, Joker's calling. It's my boy.
Most likely.
It's my man right there, Joker. He's gonna call in and say, "What's up?" He's gonna go, "Hello, everyone. It's me, the Joker." Something like that.
I just replaced the pinned message with the Google Meetings link.
Yes. Yeah, I've been watching this new show called The Irregulars on Netflix.
Yes, The Irregular.
It has to do with Sherlock Holmes and them. It's pretty good, man. I gotta say, anybody watching that, let me know in the chat.
Yes.
Looking forward to this new movie called Separation. It's coming out April 30th, I believe. I saw the trailer, and it looks hella wicked. Hella wicked. We can have a few people in the chat, on the Google Meets at the same time. So let's say Joker wanted to call Fear the Great White, or Marie, or Pam Smith, or anybody. There we go. Who's calling my damn house?
Okay, let me put the voice meter on. I don't know why my...
Oh, snap. Hold up.
Yes, please give us
a second.
Some moment here.
Give us a second.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Joker.
No, he cannot hear us yet, but hold on. Let me see here.
He's gonna do that
I
thing.
I just gotta, put the right stuff here. Let me try that. Hello. Can you hear us, Joker? Okay, it appears.
What in the name of Commissioner Gordon is going on?
I have no clue what's going on.
Robin, get your bitch ass in here.
You know what I'm gonna do? No wonder. Here we go. Hello. Hi, Joker. We finally hear you. Hi.
It's good to have you, my friend. Oh my God, it's been such a long time.
Pudding!
Why, thank you. You're making us blush over here. Woo! Nice. Mysterio, you better lock the door.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, indeed.
We're gonna be fighting. That's my man.
Don't you know sharing is caring?
Oh man, somebody gave me a spoiler.
What?
Spoilers, Watson is the bad guy. Come on, son, Goblin.
Watson's always the bad guy.
I know. No, he's not. Not in the movies.
In everybody's mind, in the back of your mind, he's always the bad guy.
I read this message, but Sock Goblin is
I don't think anybody can hear. You guys, can you guys hear
stalking you on
Joker?
TikTok?
No, they can't hear Joker.
Well, I can't say I blame him.
Let's see what's going on. Hello.
What's going on?
You guys keep on talking.
Can they hear him?
I can keep on talking.
Okay, so this is the deal. All right, Joker. Mysterio's trying to figure out what's going on. She believes people can't hear you, which is totally whack.
Yeah.
If they cannot.
Seriously, how are people supposed to enjoy the wonderfulness that is me if they can't hear my voice?
Exactly. So I can't leave any dead air, so I'm gonna have to keep talking. I don't believe this is happening.
Hey, the longer I get to talk to you guys, the better I feel.
Everybody can hear you now. So everybody, say hello to the Joker's demise.
Gentlemen, boys and girls, hello and welcome to Dezombified.
Well, that was a marvelous introduction.
Yes, thank you for being here.
I do try to impress.
So for the people who don't know who you are, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Joker?
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am the Joker, the Clown Prince of Chaos, the Jester of Genocide. It's so very wonderful to make your acquaintance.
And you know this, man.
I have been a YouTuber for the past 14 years, but have only recently been serious about it for the past 4, maybe 5 years. Currently at a little over 300 subscribers. My YouTube mainly consists of me gaming, talking about certain topics, stuff like that. I only just recently decided to create a TikTok. So if you are a TikToker, find me under the name Joker's Demise, and you can see my wonderful, beautiful ginger face.
Yes, everybody, do that because this guy right here is hella talented.
And very entertaining.
Very entertaining, very personable, charming. You know, like Mysterio, she's got to be careful around this guy.
I am the Mr. Steal Your Boy.
I'm
Well, if you
looking
can't
for
beat him,
a new love,
join him, right?
baby. I don't even know.
Slap you.
You know, the number one thing, the number one issue that I, as the Joker, encounter whenever I meet new people or when people hear my voice is everyone automatically jumps to the conclusion that I'm using a voice mod or a voice changer. But that is the furthest from the truth. I'm just psychotic!
Indeed. This guy is crazy AF. But
And,
lovable at the same time.
yeah, so...
Yep.
Yeah, well, I'm psychotic. It's a thing. It's my thing, but it's the thing.
So where's Harley Quinn's name? AKA Banshee.
Okay, so here's a little bit of an update because I'm sure none of you, maybe a few of you, know this. But let's see. Back in March, Harley, aka Epigirl, was supposed to come down from Pennsylvania to come and visit yours truly.
Yes, I remember.
But unfortunately, due to some financial difficulties, I believe she had to replace all of the tires on her car. Right. Unfortunately, that required her to use more money than she thought she needed to, and she could not make it down. But we have been in communication. I play with her online almost every day. We have a little 4-man squad when we're playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We're always playing together, so we're always talking. And hopefully, next month, we haven't figured out a day yet, but hopefully, next month she will be coming down, and we will be doing TikTok videos together. So prepare yourself, boys and girls! Holy fucking Quinn is coming to town!
Nice. I'm looking so forward to that. Hey, if anybody wants to join in the chat with Joker, Mysterio, and myself, the link is in the chat for the Google Meets. Yes, we'd love to say hi. So listen, Joker. Besides Call of Duty. Okay. What other games do you like playing? And yeah.
Let's see. Let me think.
Multiplayer.
Multiplayer. Well, my squad and I have been talking about doing more together because of what Call of Duty is going to be doing with their maps. We don't think that we're going to enjoy it very much. So we have decided to branch out to try and find a new game to play together. And one of my good dear friends, part of my squad, his name is Legendary Chaos. And he suggested the game called Outriders. I don't know if any of you have heard anything about it, but after the live stream is over, get on your YouTube and look at the video game trailer. It came out on the 1st of this month. It looks pretty dadgum cool. Can't wait to buy it. Unfortunately, due to my, for lack of a better word, my naughtiness, my PlayStation account has been suspended for 30 days. So.
Oh no. I'm sorry to hear
that. I'm bored and lonely.
Can I ask you a question? Do you also like game on PC, or is it just Xbox?
I currently play on PlayStation only. I do have a PC, but it is an old PC desktop. I am in the current process of creating and building a gaming PC.
Nice.
If you go into my TikToks, there is a couple of videos of me talking about it. There is a Cash App in my bio, so if anybody wants to help towards that, any donation is accepted. 50 cents, a penny, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
I'm not asking for tons of money. I'm not even asking for money at all. If you feel the need to help me out, you go ahead and do it.
Yes, Queen. Real quick, I gotta say thank you to Fear the Great White for becoming a member.
Woo! Yes,
Nice.
good job.
I gotta say,
Thank you. What?
I second that motion
What motion? What did you second?
of Joker. You know, it is the absolute truth. You know,
I
sometimes
don't know what
people
you're
forget
talking
that content creators and people who live stream and people
Oh,
who game
yes,
and all this
yes,
other stuff.
yes.
You know, we're people too, and we're taking our time out. You know.
I put so many. Me and Mysterio put tons of hours into this already.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody does. Like, hey, I encourage you, if you do manage to build your PC, do it, because I did mine, the one I'm using now. I was like, whoa, kind of intimidated because, you know, there's a lot of specs to follow and stuff like that. But you can use PC part picker. That's what I used. And you go there and you can actually build your PC with PC part picker. They will tell you, like,
By
if
the
you
way,
pick.
this video is not sponsored.
No, we're not sponsored. This just came out the blue, okay? So you go to PC part picker, you say, I want to use said graphics card, GPU. You click it, and then it'll give you recommendations as to which one is suitable for your GPU. And then you could go low to high on those, or by ratings. So it's a really cool tool, man. PCPartPicker.com, I believe so.
Just to be real for a few minutes, going back with what Mysterio had said about content creators.
Yes.
I can't remember if it was last year or this year, but I made a video. I won't go into full detail because it'll take too long. But if you are in a live stream and you are witnessing someone belittling, abusing emotionally or verbally a person who is live streaming, who is doing this for you, speak up, say something.
Right.
Don't just let it pass. Don't let it sit. Don't let it be there, because we as content creators, we're not making these videos for ourselves. We are making these videos for your entertainment and your pleasure. We do this. As a matter of fact, I make my videos as the Joker because I love hearing people tell me that I do a good job at it. Do I get people who say that I don't do a good job? Yes, I do. But I don't take that to heart. I take that as constructive criticism.
Awesome.
When someone says that they don't like my Joker Force or they don't think it's very good, I use that to better myself, to better my act, to better my videos. So if you see somebody hating on a content creator and you can do something about it, absolutely do something about it.
Yes, I agree. You know, but you gotta remember, people are going through so much nowadays. Sometimes they could get in their own head, so sometimes we have to be a little understanding and also forgiving if they should say, you know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And they feel contrite and they sound earnest.
If they mean it, yeah.
Why not forget?
Absolutely.
Forget, right?
Yeah.
For the people who have been dogging on me, I've had a few of them contact me a couple of days afterwards in my DMs, and they apologized for that. They were going through some stuff and they were upset, or they were in the not right frame of mind. I understand that 100%.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And it's good because you know what? Unforgiveness, I like to say, is like a poison that you drink and you expect the other person to die. You know, guys, don't forget to subscribe to
Wise
Joker, by
words.
the way, if you are not subscribed to him, and if you are listening to this in the playback, I just put the link in the chat.
Yes.
So please do not forget, okay?
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's absolutely true. I agree with Joker on that. You know, we're just people, you know, and shit does in fact happen. We have lives. Like Kenny told you, my other thing that I'm doing now is I'm picking up gardening, because this Dezombified thing may take off and it may be a boom or it may be a bust. Who knows? Time will tell. But I still have to eat. So I had to pick up gardening because guess what? Most of the food that I'm buying at the store, I can't eat. I have to eat things that are organic, very fresh as possible. But get this, just to give you an idea as to what I'm going through, I can't eat raw vegetables or fruits. I have to juice them, and I have to strain them so that I get no pulp. So guess what? Fruits and vegetables, maybe one might not be expensive, but if you have to eat a lot of them, like I do, because I'm diabetic, guess what? It will get expensive because that does add up. And if it's not organic, most likely it's going to make me sick.
Yep.
So I have decided to do something about it.
That's right,
You know?
proactive.
Yeah, I decided to just take some cuttings from fruits and vegetables that I buy that can grow in my area, or some that I can grow inside of our apartment. And that's what I did with the most recent, you know, money.
We got photos.
That we got.
Do we got photos? You want to show the
everybody
photos?
else got too from that thing that they did.
Do you got the photos?
I got
think
some photos
we got some,
somewhere
right?
of some stuff that
I think it might be cool if
You
we
know-
share some of these photos with our lovely friends, if
yeah,
possible.
I got some experiments.
We should take
on my
mad
window.
photos. That's what we should do.
We should. Okay, so yeah, so there is a
So,
few
yeah.
of them. Okay,
But
this is just a few things.
But real quick,
Mm-hmm.
last week, if you missed it, we got some wonderful fan art by MD Who Entertainment. So we're gonna show you that, and then we're gonna show you the what Mysterio's been working on. So tell me, do you have a green thumb, or is your thumb pink? Waka waka waka. Can you grow anything to save your life?
Yes.
I can, as a matter of fact.
Talk to me.
Believe it or not, Joker was actually raised on a ranch.
Ooh, we have to talk because I'm thinking about homesteading. I have that on my mind, so we must talk in the near future. But continue, please tell us something.
See, I was raised on my uncle's ranch. It's a ranch over in Moulton, Texas, and my uncle, later on in his years, was doing maintenance to his property, and there was a little vegetable garden that we made. It had onions, it had pumpkins, it had tomatoes, it had watermelon, all kinds of foods and vegetables, and it was absolutely fun because, you know, as a kid, you don't have the same mentality as you do now when you're thinking, man, I gotta get up to garden. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. I don't want to do this, but I have to.
Right.
See, back then you don't have that mentality. You get up and you're like, oh boy, I get to go out and be with grandpa, or be with uncle, or be with daddy or mommy or whoever. And we have that special kid mentality that a lot of us as adults that we wish that we could have retained. Because let's be honest, real talk. Bills, they suck.
Right.
Nobody likes Bill. Especially not me. I mean, do you have any idea how many banks I have to rob just to keep this place afloat?
How many? Too many.
I'll get back to you on that.
So I'm-
a real life moment to talk with you guys about.
Yes.
I, as of a month and a half ago,
Yes.
now own my own place. I purchased a $10,000 camper, and I have been living in my camper for a month and a half.
Nice. Congratulations. That sounds dope.
The biggest thing that I love about this is I can literally hook up onto my truck and just go. I can just go. I can travel the country. I can travel the world if I wanted to.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That sounds incredible. Though.
Hell
Sounds
yeah.
like a freaking adventure, honestly.
Somebody that I actually follow on TikTok lives in a bus, and her boyfriend actually go around the world, and I think that is absolutely amazing.
It is.
It is. You know, I mean, Mysterio and I, we were thinking we would like to get an RV so we could travel the country and hook up with our lovely young friends.
The Dezombified
That would be
Mobile.
that would be amazing.
The Dezombified Mobile, yes.
And I would like to hook up a gaming
Come
station
to Texas, I will
outside.
show you both the time of your life.
Fuck yeah, you know that shit. Hell yeah.
We can go and we can have some good old paraphernalia. We can drink till our brains explode.
That sounds like a plan.
The ideas are just pouring
have
from
to
my
confess,
brain.
I know, right?
I'm not-
Same. But on the screen is MD Who's art.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see it. It's a lemur and a lion. She did that. She sent that to us to our P.O. box. If anybody's interested in sending us anything in the P.O. box, whether it's a sock, sock goblin, my other socks, or if it's some bacon, I don't know.
But yes, our P.O. Box is P.O. Box 5443. Bradford, Massachusetts 01835.
Yes.
That is P.O. Box 5443, Bradford, Massachusetts 01835. You can address that to Dezombified, and it will get to us, okay? This is also from MD Who. She is quite a talent. That is so cute.
I think it's like a 4x6.
It's really cute.
Like a 4x6. So it's like a postcard size.
Yes,
It's
we're
pretty
collecting
good.
these things because you know what? At some point, we're gonna build a nice backdrop.
And
and
Bathsheba
show
sent us some nice stuff.
yes.
Henry Honk.
Yes.
Bathsheba.
That
Yes.
beauty queen.
I
love that girl.
absolutely love Bathsheba. She has followed me on TikTok.
Sweetheart.
We talk
Sweetheart.
on the regular. She is such an amazing person and an amazing creative person. I love her videos. And if she is here or sees this, Ban, I friggin' love you, babe.
We love Bathsheba. Where is she? I miss my girl. That's my girl. I love her. I love Mary P too. Mary P is an incredible person. She is a great friend to us. Here on the show
really
and
need to
behind
see
the
Mary P.
scenes. Both Mary P and Bathsheba.
We hope she's okay.
Yeah.
She's hopefully she'll be with us for Horror Honeyz tomorrow.
She's
Hopefully.
extremely busy. She, for those who don't know, Mary works in the disinfectant industry. You know, and
Yes.
there's not much more that we can go into discussing that, but she is busy. That's what we can say. She's a busy person, but you know, hey, we know like everybody has a life around here, you know, and we all can do things when we can do them, and that's that, you know. But she's great. Yeah, there's more art here, by the way, but just so you guys know, everything you guys send us, any art, any, you know, anything you guys send us, we collect, right? And what we're doing is we're building some sort of a scenery, you know, for whenever Kenny does decide to show his face, you know, maybe it can have a nice backdrop for you guys and we don't have to rely on the green screen so much. So we are building around that as well in our personal life. So yeah, you know, there's also, oh no, that's our kitty. Hold on. Yeah, that's my back patio when it was still snowing. You know, the snow has melted. I have to take a new picture of that now. Oh, that's gonna look different. But yeah, this is the front, and this is what I wanted to show you guys was, you know, I'm gonna be growing out front some lavender, you know, and out back I want to grow more herbs as well as out front lavender, lemon balm, all those types of things.
Did you? I'm sorry, but did you say you wanted to grow herbs?
Yes.
Herbs, you say?
We don't discuss that here, though.
Nah, just kidding. You
yeah.
know, I like joking.
Yeah, so in case you guys don't know, if you go to our link tree or our website, dezombified.com,
Yes.
you can follow the links that will lead you to our link tree, and that link tree has things like, you know, affiliateships, anything that helps the channel out. And but I also have there a link to our wish list from Amazon. Okay, there are 2 lists that we have that are public. Okay,
Yeah.
one of them is, you know, things for the stream, which is, you know, of course, some of the things are too pricey, so we don't really expect anybody to get anything unless they win the lottery, you know. But
unless all these stimulus checks,
banks. I mean,
unless all those stimulus checks are burning a hole in your pocket.
I know, right?
You can hook us up.
Yeah, you know, the other one is one where that I'm, you know, just constructing all sorts of different prices.
Yes.
Of things that I need to help me get on the way, you know, with the whole gut thing. It's really bad. It really is.
I got
really
a
bad.
question for somebody in the chat. Excuse me. But someone's 31st birthday, I believe, is coming up. I was wondering if it's okay if we play the happy birthday. It's for Pam Smith. So Pam Smith, we're gonna play you the happy birthday scene right quick.
Absolutely.
It takes about 15 seconds. So.
Well, you know what? Mute the music.
Okay, you mute it. Oh, I got it. I just pressed this button. Go.
Yeah, baby.
So congratulations to your son, Pam Smith. Let him know that we said happy birthday here from Dezombified and Joker's Demise.
Absolutely. We're very, very happy.
So on the scene, on the screen, I think we have.
Wish you happy birthday.
You don't have this on the scene?
Yeah, I will put it back on right now.
You have the wrong
Sorry
scene
about
on.
that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's the right scene.
No, it's not.
The
The
weird
pink one.
news finished.
No, we're gonna stay on the pink one.
Oh, okay. So we will stay on the pink one then.
Yes, please.
Where
No, here's good. This is good.
You sure?
Yeah, leave it here.
Okay. All right.
Is
so
Joker still with us?
I hope so.
of course, I'm
JG.
still here.
Yay, Joker. is still here.
Okay, good. Okay, so let me ask you this: do you put your pants on with the right leg or the left leg first?
Pants? Who the hell wears pants?
You thought you were gonna get him, did you? Ha ha ha.
Come on now, I'm always in the puff.
Nice. You know what I gotta say about that?
What's that?
I can hardly hear that.
Well, let's see.
I wonder if you heard it. You heard that?
I didn't hear it.
It's just Swifty in here, but it's all right. Let me see. So, what's the future for, you know, besides like traveling, you know, possibly the United States? What other plans you got, like coming up? Anything?
Well, hopefully, the plans for the future are very murky. Haven't really decided on anything concrete yet, but I definitely, as soon as I get this camper paid off, I am going to be traveling and visiting every one of my beautiful fans.
Nice. That'll be amazing. I want to say thank you so very much to Mysterio. She missed it because she's looking at her beautiful little what's he called, seedlings? What are these things?
Oh, okay.
What do you call these things?
This is just my vegetable experiments. These are my
Okay,
lettuce
vegetable,
experiments
quote unquote.
specifically. Yeah. So though I cannot eat lettuce, you know,
We can.
you guys can exactly.
See
My
how sweet
family
she is?
can,
She's thinking of us.
you know,
That's
so
why she's doing it. She's thinking of us.
I'm just learning how to grow lettuce from, you know, for cuttings, from vegetable cuttings and things like that as well. So I
But-
mean, it is
But
interesting.
Mysterio, I have to say,
a good friend of ours gave us a nice donation, a nice blessing. It was Mutant Artificial Intelligence. They came up and they said, you know what? I'm gonna give a little something Dezombified's way. And that was so sweet. It was a $50. Can you believe that? That is amazing. Thank you so much. Mutant Artificial Intelligence, you are the bee's knees. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. You're amazing. You guys are all amazing.
Facts.
We
love
whether
you
you
guys.
can donate or not, you guys are amazing because you guys are actually taking time out to just come hang out with us here.
Some people
That's
say,
just
hey,
incredible.
you're not getting so many views or whatever. Why are you still doing that channel for? I'm like, look, man, I love doing it because I love the people there. They look at me like I got two heads on my shoulders, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's it's love.
Yeah, people don't understand that, it is a labor of love at the moment, because of course it's not what's paying the bills. Because if it was, we'd be screwed. But it's not.
We'd
but
be
that's
out
not
in
what
the
it's-
street.
Oh, hell yeah. But it is a labor of love. I mean, we would love for it to be a career at some point, but you never know. One day at a time.
Imagine
one day at a
that.
time.
That would be fantastic.
Well, that can't happen without our good friends over here. Don't forget to share, you guys.
Pam says, I'm saving a third of my stimulus. Is nice, very smart. I heard they might be on a monthly basis. Imagine that. Monthly stimulus checks.
Okay.
Imagine that. Anyone else heard about this?
Yeah. And
I'm
I have my
wondering.
own theories about that, but
So do we. I do too. But
that's
a Discord conversation.
yeah, that's not a here conversation.
That's not a here conversation.
But it is truly de-zombified and what we
Yes.
were supposed to be from the beginning. But then we got smart because we're like, wait a minute, we might get shut down, so let's not.
We got somebody new in the chat, honey.
I'm tired of robbing banks.
Well, sometimes you just gotta slow it down and take it a little slow, my friend. You know what I mean?
People are
Can't-
starting to reckon. This is not a good thing.
I don't want you to run yourself into the ground, man.
Please.
No, don't worry. It's not the ground I'll be running into.
Oh boy.
I'll have to run towards your open arms.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Anyway, let me see. I has a new person in the chat.
Okay.
You guys, and I guess, can you guess who it is?
Chris Jarvis?
Yes, it's Chris
Hi,
Jarvis.
Chris.
That's right. How did you know that?
Because his avatar is on the screen and it says Chris Jarvis.
Nice. Chris Jarvis.
I got lucky.
You got lucky today. Chris Jarvis, I really appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you so very, very much. I see. You can't see that. You're in his house. I see.
I can see everything. Oh.
You're in his house. His house.
It happens. Sorry about that. You guys missed the,
Go ahead.
the little his house thing that Kenny likes to do.
I still remember my very first time watching this live stream, and I got in just in time to hear the Kenny, you're in his house thing, and that just blew my mind.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so sweet of you.
Aww.
That's so sweet of you. What blew your mind about it?
You don't see very many YouTubers or very many live streamers who use soundboards and stuff of that nature anymore. Everybody is it's so very boring.
Well,
I see.
you know something. I'm glad you say that because I feel the same way. There's a lot of people with great content, a lot of people with great live streams, but I think we're like one of the top live streamers, even though we don't get the views or hits.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I feel like we're a hidden gem, maybe,
Yeah.
so to speak, out there.
Let's see. We'll see. There are other things. There are other ventures to navigate. Let's not forget.
But we
It's not the
definitely,
end all be all.
love, greeting everybody who comes into the chat. Like Chris Jarvis, thank you for being here. I see.
Welcome. The madhouse welcomes all.
That's awesome. But something, Joker, you also have like a cool staple thing, You really do. That Joker thing, I really think that this could be like a little thing for you, You could build around it.
Let me tell you something. If it doesn't work out, you definitely have a career, my friend, in voice acting.
Well, see, the thing about that is, it's complicated for me. See, I am okay with being on TikTok. I'm okay with having my voice out there when I'm playing online. But when it comes, everybody wants me to call DC or Marvel or whatever that I decide to go with. And they want me to speak to them. When they answer the phone, they want me to immediately jump into the voice. That is a fantastic idea, but it absolutely terrifies me.
Why?
Well, I guess you could say one of my biggest fears would be rejection.
Right. I think a lot of us deal with that type of fear of rejection. I think I came to a point where I said, fuck it.
I have dealt in my past with a lot of rejection, and it has really screwed me up.
Oh, man. I wish I could go back in time to those people that rejected you and say, and probably speak a few words of common sense into them.
Hey, dumbass, snap out of it.
Snap out of it.
Pretty much. Yes, if I could go back in time with the knowledge that I have now, I could save myself from two disastrous moments where I asked two certain people if they wanted to marry me.
And they said what? No?
Oh, they said yes, but later on did I find out that they were sleeping behind my back.
Oh, shit.
Yes, I have been engaged twice, and both times they had cheated on me with either a close friend or someone that I barely knew.
Hell no. You crazy? No.
That's fighting words.
The first time it happened, I'm a very forgiving person. So the first time it happened with the first girl, I forgave her, and we decided to try and work on the relationship. But what a lot of people don't realize is that, yes, you can be forgiving, but the damage has already been done. That little seedling of doubt and distrust has already been planted. So every time your loved one leaves to go out and party with their friends or hang out, you're always going to have that thought in the back of your head, well, what if he's cheating on me again? Who are they seeing? And that is when you turn into the person that you do not want to turn into. You turn into the overprotective, overjealous boyfriend or girlfriend. Nobody wants that. I don't want that.
Right. You know, I think it's so juvenile to just, if you're not gonna be with somebody, just be honest with them. And instead of breaking their heart and they find out that you cheated on them, just be honest with them. And maybe, just maybe, you might be able to salvage some sort of friendship instead of completely obliterate any possible chance of that.
If you're in a relationship and you find the need to find love or encouragement or sexual needs, if that may be the case, if you find that need to find that in other people, then you need to end your current relationship. Save that person you're with the heartache, the heartbreak, and you're essentially screwing them up for future lovers, for future husbands, future wives. Don't do that to people. Have the common decency to save them from your bullshit.
I don't think people sometimes, and it's strange because some people who cheat have been cheating on and know the pain, okay? So those I don't get, but that's pretty much my point, is how you knowing how much it hurts, you could do that to someone else.
Agreed. If you know what that feels like, why on the hell would you put that on somebody else?
Yeah. Yeah, there's people who have ended their lives because of
Yes.
I knew someone like that, and this is sad because at the time I was a teenager, and I didn't know the guy personally, but he was from my projects because I grew up in the projects in Harlem. So he was from my projects, and he killed himself. And the word was, he was a teenager like me at the time. The word was because the girlfriend had cheated on him. You see, and I was like, wow, that's sad. He shot himself, and that's terrible.
Do you know it's interesting because matters of the heart can really take a person
beyond the brink of sanity.
Yeah, because think about it. This is the person that you believe is your other half,
who will never hurt you. Yeah,
exactly. Someone
who you trust and confide in.
Well, also someone who means a lot to you. Okay, this person is probably the first thing you think about when you wake up in the morning, the last thing you think about when you are going to sleep, and everything in between. So probably everything you're doing is surrounding that person because you have made a commitment, and everything you do affects that person. So you have to fashion, when you're in a serious relationship, that is, you have to fashion your whole life to make sure that you understand that everything you do affects that other human being. That's a great responsibility. So when you throw the L word around and when you say love,
right,
and that, that's a heavy
It's
load.
a powerful word.
That is a powerful word.
It's very loaded.
You can't tell anybody that you love them. You have to mean it, and that other person is expecting you to mean it. That other person is expecting loyalty and things like that. So when you drop a bomb like that on someone, or when someone finds out that you're doing something like that, you have just completely affected their
But let me tell you,
world.
I'm gonna give you this.
Entire world.
When when a forest or some woods, they burn down from a fire, out of the ashes comes new birth. So with that, I want everybody to have hope for the future.
Yeah.
Because somebody might have hurt you now, today, yesterday, last week. But don't worry. That's a season that will come to an end. And brighter things await on the other side. I have to believe that. We have to have that belief, that faith. Because without hope, what is there? Hopelessness is not good.
I 100%. Now, I'm about to drop a bomb on the chat. Not literally, but figuratively. Calm down, everybody. Don't run for the hills.
Okay.
Chat, I am talking to you, so pay attention. Listen closely.
Yes.
Here is your homework. Either today or tomorrow, depending on what your time zone is. I want you to call someone that you haven't spoken to in a long time. One of your friends, a family member, someone dear to you haven't spoken to in a while. I want you to call, ask them how they're doing. Ask them what's been going on lately. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that people who are suicidal, they are reaching out for help. And sometimes that them reaching out for help can come in all sorts of manners. Some people will be super happy on the outside, but they're really dying on the inside, and they're praying that someone will just reach out and lift them from that abyssal chasm of darkness, self-doubt, and depression. So call somebody, one of your friends, a family member, someone dear to you, and just hang out with them. Grab a cup of coffee.
Yes.
Go see a movie. Do something. You could save someone's life with a phone call, with a smile, with a simple, hey, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm sorry I haven't been in contact.
Yes. Let me tell you something. I put out a tweet like that not too long ago, but I was feeling kind of down and out a few days ago. I went to do some laundry with Mysterio, feeling like the world hated me. And I went to the laundry, and there was these children playing at the park, and this little boy, he looked at me and he smiled. And that just changed everything for me. Just that little smile he gave me, I was like, you know what? Things are gonna be all right.
It's the future, man. Kids are the
Things
future,
are gonna be all right, you know. So like
they always put a smile
a
on my
phone
face.
call, a smile, a pat on the back, anything can change somebody's
Absolutely. And to kind of put a little bit of a supernatural spin on that, a lot of people may or may not believe in spirits and guardian angels and stuff like that, but I have had multiple instances in my life when I was just down in the dumps. You know, I was in that mentality where I felt like nobody loved me.
Facts.
The world hated me, and I just hated being alive. And I believe one of the times I had this happen to me, I was going through, I was inside of a Whataburger, I believe, which is a burger joint for those of you who do not know what that is. And this old lady comes up to me and she takes my hand out of the blue. Don't know her, never spoken to her, never seen her before. She takes my hand and she says, "You are loved. Never forget that." And I immediately had chills running up and down my body. It is like God put that person in my path specifically on that day, because truth be told, I probably would have gone to back to my place of residence and just I would have crumpled. I would have fallen apart.
Don't even. Thank goodness for that lady. Wherever you are, lady, we owe you a debt of gratitude. Wherever you may be.
Yes, I may not be here today if it wasn't for those people who have stopped and spoken to me.
Yes, you
literally,
see?
that is all it takes.
Literally.
You're out in public and you see somebody who is just physically distraught. Just, you know that they are hurting inside. If you're religious, ask them if it's okay if you pray with them.
Yes.
You would be surprised at how many people will say yes.
They will drop everything they're doing. Believe me, at the drop of a dime and pray with you. And that's a fact.
I'm not a super religious person. I'm the Joker. I mean, come on. I'm not a super religious person. Do I believe there's a God? Yes, I do. Am I a devout follower? Kinda, sorta. I mean, I'm not exactly a saint, if that's what you're asking. But it takes very little to put a smile on someone's face, to bring someone's heart joy. So do yourself, do them, do everybody a favor, and just open up. If you're a shy person and you're walking around, just say hi to somebody. You'd be surprised at what a simple hi or a simple smile can accomplish.
Yeah, I know, right?
That is very true.
I know.
You know something.
Look at this TED Talk from Joker.
I have to... Where? So, anyway,
yes.
I have to say the truth. There are moments, okay, in one's life where it is especially the time for you to share any comfort and love with another person. There have been times in our lives that we find ourselves going through something and miraculously we manage to comfort someone else, even though at that moment we may need comfort. Do you know that sometimes that makes you feel good as well? You know, or to say a kind word or something, or just go out of your way for someone. Sometimes that alone makes you feel better, even if you're the one in the middle of whatever turmoil you're going through. You know, just be the change you want to see. You want to defeat the bad guys? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You change. That is how you defeat the bad guy. And I mean this in general. If everybody was to do that, you know, spread more kindness in the world, or more just loyalty, more love, even though, yes, we're going through some shit ourselves too. But if everybody was to do that, this world would change so exponentially. It's incredible. I remember back in 2015, Kenny and I had suffered a great loss, a great family loss. Okay? And in the middle of all this hurt, we had to travel out of town, and we were outside in the train station in New York. And we came across a young man.
A troubled young youth.
Yes. He was visibly distraught. Okay, and this person
on something.
Us, yeah.
On something for sure, or needing to be on something.
Yeah. And this person approached us asking for help, to get on the train, to make a bus fare or train fare or whatever. And yeah, we helped him out and everything, but in the middle of all of that and the hurt and the pain, Kenny stopped to offer that man some advice. Like, we're the ones grieving, but yet he stopped and helped someone who needed it, and went beyond and shared something personal with that person and gave them comfort and a little bit of advice on, maybe you want to change your life around a little bit or something, type of pep talk type of thing. And that young man conveyed back to us how much what we did touched him, because not only did we share our grief with him, but Kenny also decided to share some words of wisdom, and that goes far. It goes far even when you're grieving.
I gotta give the kudos to my mother, because she always used to tell me that even a stray lonely animal dog in the street deserves a smile to be thrown his way, or a hello. And it's true, because you shouldn't have to be nice just to people that have something that you may want or need, but just to even a complete stranger.
It's the truth. Like, it really is sad to see how much people are hurting now.
But real quick, I have to say, we have somebody new in the chat. I wonder if you can spot who it is, Miss Stereo.
Wow, it is the Mooch.
Not the Mooch.
Oh, the Mook.
Did you say the Mooch?
The Mook, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about that TV show. Do you remember that?
You said the Mooch.
Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think with fly.
Mooch.
Oh, God.
But anyway, the Mooch. See, now you got me saying the Mooch. Come on.
Sorry. It's past my bedtime.
Anyway, thank you for being here, Mooch. I see.
Welcome to the mat.
You're in the his Órale.
Ah, baby.
Somos vatos locos, Holmes.
Forever, baby.
No, I'm just kidding.
Por siempre la raza.
I'm not Mexican. But shout out to my
Mexican.
Shout out to all my Latino brothers and sisters, though.
That's right, baby, because we still Latinos, we still Hispanic, right?
Yes. And to all my friends, black, white, don't matter. Asian, we love you all. So have a drink and relax. And let me give you a kiss.
Mwah. We're all inclusive here,
Careful, don't kiss me. I might slip you some tongue.
Uh-oh.
So, here's what I'm gonna do. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a TikTok and you're going through a rough time, find me. You don't have to add me, but if you can find me, I will 100% take time out of my day to sit down and talk with you. It can be about anything. Does not matter what it is. I will not judge you. If you just want to talk, if you just need someone to listen, I will be that person for you.
Throw your TikTok up on the chat, Joker, because you're a mod. You can put your TikTok up there. Did you know that?
That is true.
I did not know that.
I gotta say, really quick, we're having a little meeting of the mods here. So now that we're having a little meeting of the mods, all right, we're gonna do this live on air so everybody's here. But hey guys, I need you to be on point with links, not only for like us, but also for people like our good friend here, Joker's Demise.
Yeah.
Things like that. We'd appreciate it so much because we'd love to be able to do that and have that for them.
And also
and we also need the help too. Damn it.
Yes. We need a lot of help.
We need a whole lot of damn help. We're doing bad, but it's okay.
Yeah, we do.
It's okay, because you know what? I still.
I believe I can fly.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe I can fly. I still believe there's opportunities to be had.
Yes.
For us here, so I'm not down yet. They haven't discouraged me enough to pull the plug on this yet. Mm-hmm. Okay. So.
But every day he quits, by the way.
I quit every day. It's true. I'm done.
All right, the link is in the chat.
Nice.
So,
yay.
for anybody who wishes to follow me, enjoy my content. If you don't enjoy my content, I'll find you and I'll make you smile.
There you go.
Awesome.
But I quit every day, and Mysterio says,
Snap out of it.
And I go,
Okay.
That's what I do.
The Joker.
Yes.
You want
to see what the Joker looks like. Prepare yourself, I'm a ginger. And if you come at me that no soul bullshit, be careful, I just might take yours.
You tell him. You tell him.
That's right.
Joker, you tell him, Joker. Boney, it's 420 all the time.
That's right, boo-boo.
It's 420 now. Like, listen, I'm gonna put you in on a little secret. There's a clock I have in my house. It's hung on the wall. There's no batteries in it, and it's stuck on guess what time? Somebody put the time in the chat if you could guess what time is on the broken clock. Well, it's not broken. I just took the battery out. What time is on that damn clock? Put it in the chat. Come on, guys. I know you can figure it out.
Double down at 8:40. Says
Ah, damn. 8:40.
Rick Brab says, I only have MySpace.
I'm feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
MySpace.
I have a clock that I purchased as a gag gift for myself, and it doesn't have numbers on it. It says horny. Little single check mark.
Well,
so I am horny 100% of the time. The best thing ever. Someone asked me, what time is it? It's horny time.
The movie says 666.
I need a moment. After you said that, I need a moment of silence.
I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, get in there, talk about www.com, and you got then that naked chicks on there, man. You go click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
That's right, real easy. Click, 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 click.
Oh my god.
You's a freaky boy.
Yeah.
Horny, horny, horny.
Oh my. Oh my.
You're both a pair of clowns. This is clown church, like Bathsheba says.
Oh my.
Read around town, said SpongeBob.
Be careful. This clown might not put makeup on your face. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Oh my god. Becky, look at her butt.
Unbelievable.
Don't you start something. You can't finish, guy. Okay.
Oh, it's just a challenge, Kitty.
Yeah, because you have to get past Mysterio, and I'm super jealous, and I don't share.
Oh my god, that's true.
Sorry. Mysterio, I won't leave you out
And I don't wear your weird makeup, you know, that's tainted with, you know, like arsenic.
Arsenic?
Remember that?
Damn, she figured it out.
Just shake.
I guess everything won't be all mine after all.
I wear everything organic. So you can't.
Oh, it's completely organic stuff made.
Oh God. Y'all are all sick.
Marie says, "Yo, it's 2:10 in the AM in the UK, and I'm hanging with you guys." And she's rolling. Thank you so much, Marie. That's a lovely name, by the way, Marie.
Isn't it beautiful?
I hope I'm not butchering that name.
It's cute, and she's cracking up over there. She says it's funny.
I know, right?
It's laughing, and so is Asia. Asia's also laughing.
I know.
Yeah,
Don't blame me. I haven't let out any laughing gas this time.
That's awesome. I love it. Oh goodness. Listen, guys, I know you guys gotta get to sleep. I gotta get to sleep because I'm already talking like I'm drunk.
No, you're not. You're not talking like you're drunk.
Trust me, my words are a little slurred right now.
Girl.
I have to get to bed.
You just want to see RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh my God, we also got a RuPaul's
That's all.
Drag
You just
Race
want to
to
go
watch.
see RuPaul's Drag Race to look at the fierce queens.
The fierce drag queens. Anybody else in the chat watch RuPaul? Do you watch RuPaul? Joker?
I currently don't have. No.
What?
No. The answer in short was no.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So,
But you can see a lot of the RuPaul's Drag Race on YouTube.
oh
So,
yeah, there's a lot of breakdowns of the highlights of the shows and stuff.
yeah.
So you can watch
I
that.
have seen a little bit of it.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Oh my God, that's one of the funniest TV shows.
Hilarious.
It's
and
reality,
it's on VH1, and they say
hilarious.
curses. This VH1.
Woo! That's a lot of cursing, but it's
A lot of
hilarious.
cursing.
We love it. But anyway,
Would you ever tuck and become a drag queen?
Me?
These are the real questions. Okay? This is what
Well-
journalism is all about.
I do have to admit, I have seen some female version of the Joker. Hot diggity damn!
Mhm.
Maybe.
Push it real.
I don't know. Depends on how much alcohol you give me, Kenny.
Oh my God. You crazy boy.
Well, they don't call me the Joker for nothing.
You heard that. So let's see. You know what? I think I'm gonna. I want to play that the R&B commercial for the nuts. We don't got those here.
I don't
Before
think
we
we do.
leave.
I really do not think that we
So
do.
can you add it? No, it's too late. We can't do that.
Yeah, because to do it on the fly, you have to turn on the audio for it. I don't know why they do that. I'm gonna have to get deep into the settings of yes. Yes, I'm gonna have to get deep into the settings of OBS so that I can figure out how to change that, if in fact they give you the option to change it, because some programs just don't give you options to change their defaults for whatever reason. But listen,
Yes, we did a RIP to DMX earlier, a moment of
Yes,
silence.
we
I don't
did.
see why we can't give him one more before we go out. Rest in peace, Earl Simmons, aka DMX, died at the age of 50, the tender young age of 50. But everybody, we had such a good time with our good friend Joker's demise.
Always a good time with you two.
That's sweet. That's sweet of you to say. Have a good night, a good weekend, my friend, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been such a pleasure to be with you tonight. I hope we can do this again soon. I am sad that nobody joined us on this call to talk with me, but we can do it again soon. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I do good night, good day, good morning, have a happy day. Don't forget to smile. I'll see you soon.
yep. And by the way, we are going to be needing some new moderators for Discord. People who know a little bit about it. If you think that's you, let us know. We're also going to be needing help with some other projects and some other things that we're going to be doing. Let us know what you know how to do. And please understand this is voluntary because we can't pay you. Sorry.
Man, listen.
But it's fun. Yeah, at least it's fun.
I think it's fun. It's something to do, you know. I say why not? You might gain some experience, something you never done before. Or you just might find that it's your calling. You know.
Send us messages on
Facebook.
Twitter, Facebook.
Or Facebook. Those two are the most.
Discord.
Yeah, but mostly Facebook or mostly Twitter or Facebook. I hate Twitter, can't really stand it, but it's what it is. It's still a means for us to talk and communicate with one another.
Yeah, it's just pretty much for communication and just updating our peoples as to what we are doing. Honestly, we don't get involved in anything else because pretty much it's very toxic.
Yes,
and a lot of echo chambers.
Goodbye, Mook. Good night. Thank you for showing up and being here tonight with us. We really enjoyed your presence.
Bye.
Yep.
Good night, Puddin'.
That's awesome. Yep. So, join our Discord and, if you're not following us on social media, please do so. Let me see. Go to our website, dezombified.com, and just poke around.
What are you gonna do after the stream, Mysterio? You might want to sleep, right?
Well, I do want to lay down because I am having a little bit of pain, but I do want a little snack.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like having like maybe a spoon of peanut butter or something.
Good night to you too.
Mwah.
Who said good night? It was a catch you later from a Reed. Good night from Rick, Rab.
Bye.
Good night, Puddin'.
Really appreciate you guys being here. Once again, thank you to Puerto Rican Showcasing for the $25 super chat. And also to Mutant Artificial Intelligence for their super chat. Really appreciate this so much. We just don't know how much it means to us because we're not really getting anything from YouTube. But it's good to see a little validation through the
super chats,
through the super chats and any merch that happens to get sold. We really appreciate that because it says to us, we're doing the right thing, we're doing the good thing, and keep it doing it.
And of course, the best way to support us, obviously through what you're already doing now. Just make sure you always share. It is through you guys that we are going to continue to do this.
How many guys have Telegram here? Because
that is another thing coming soon.
We're gonna get a Telegram, and that would be even better than the Twitter and the Facebook
or the Discord because it's like Discord. All of it all in one place.
Yeah, it's everything in one place.
Including it's like you can even post videos like on YouTube.
Yeah,
the only thing that they I don't think they have yet is live streaming, but I believe they are working on it.
Excuse me, so sorry.
And coming soon. Just keep your eyes out for the Real Dezombified, which is going to be on Telegram. Very, very soon. But anyway, listen, we're gonna let you go because I'm tired. I need a little snack. I need some rest. My body.
I'm gonna go watch Netflix and chill. I'm gonna go roll me up a fatty. Think of my good friends and my family, and I'm gonna be watching me some Drag Race maybe.
Yeah.
Not really. I can't. I gotta wait for it. I can't watch that tonight, but I will be watching the regulars on Netflix.
Yes,
that I will be watching because I think I'm on episode 4, and it's starting to get interesting. Because the girl just found Sherlock Holmes at the cemetery by the tombstone. If you haven't seen it, sorry for the spoiler, but that's what I'm about to do. Or I might just watch Godzilla vs. King Kong. I've seen an hour of it, and I still have to see the rest. Or was it an hour?
Yes, we do.
Or was it less than an hour? It was when they was fighting on top of those ships in sea. That was a good scene.
Another spoiler. Damn, baby, you're full of spoilers tonight.
That is.
Somebody's gonna get mad.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're gonna let you go. We love you very much. Thank you all for coming. Don't forget to follow all of our social media. Spread it like a rash. Spread our stuff like a rash because we're just gonna keep going forward. and we're gonna get more and more badass. And you want to be there for that because we are taking no prisoners. Okay? All right, guys. Love you very much. Thank you for coming. And remember, December friends, watch your six.
Pudding!
Bacon.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
You'll get the shit. You'll be knee deep in the shit.
How you doing?
Respect my authority!
Bunch of fucking weirdos.
Tasket, a tasket, I lost my yellow basket.
Get to the chopper!
What you talking about, Willis?
Oh!
Hey, neighbor.
You blockhead!
You goofed up, kid.
Hey, you don't know me.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Rather!
Did I do that?
Hello there, my friends. I am Mr. X Dreams, and you're listening to Stereo Dread. Enjoy the show.
Hey guys, this is Patches, and you're listening to Stereo Dread. Don't forget to bring the bacon.
This is Madam Raven, and you are listening to Dezombified, the place where all the best narrators hang out on YouTube.
Hello, this is Mia Mina, and you're listening to Stereo Dread on Dezombified.
My name is Lady Spookaria, and you're listening to Studio Dread with your hosts, the lovely Mysterio and the devilish Kenny Dreadful. Stay spooky, and remember, I'll be watching you.
Mates, Dark and Grim here. Keep that dial locked on Stereo Dread with Miss Stereo and Kenny Dreadful. She'll be right.
You have now entered Stereo Dreads with Miss Stereo and Kenny Dreadful. Be advised, you have been warned.
This is Zach Baby TV, and welcome to the Dark Forest. You're watching Stereo Dread with Miss Stereo and Kenny Dreadful. Enjoy.
Hey folks, Silver here, and this is Stereo Dread.
Hi, I'm Spirit Voices, and you're watching Stereo Dread.
As a fellow undead creature, I urge you to keep your finger off that pause button. You never know what you might hear.
Here in our dimension, we see a couple, Kenny Dreadful and Miss Stereo. Together they hold wondrous adventures, filled with interviews, scary stories, and much more to keep you up at night. But make sure to watch out for Booty Boy, as he only comes out when he's horny or hungry. But with that being said, keep an eye out for when they go on air, because you never know what you can stumble on. They have entered our dimension as the Dezombified Zone.